You know what? That's the thing, Howard. I'm making an effort to listen to her and actually get involved in what she finds interesting.
So what does she find interesting, if you may?
Not you.
No, what have you found interesting about her? That's what.
Right.
I don't know. I'm still working on that, you know. I mean, it's going to take a while. I mean, it's baby steps right now. But I do listen to her. I do find her very interesting. I do, you know, I love her very much.
It's working, huh?
It's working,
Is there a particular storyline that your wife has been telling you that you find interesting about one of her friends, or is there anything you can even remember?
Something new you learned about her?
Right.
Anything.
Nothing. I mean, I wish I could. I mean, I wish I could.
See, I suspect you're really not taking this seriously.
Oh, I am. Believe me, Howard. I mean, nothing that I don't think you would find interesting. I mean, she might say to me, hey, today at work, this girl I work with is really funny. You know, she told funny stories, and I'll listen to the stories. And then I'm trying to think what else. You know, I'm just...
So she says, there's a girl at work. There's a girl at work.
Right.
And she told me a story today.
Right.
And it's very interesting.
Yes.
And then she tells you the whole story.
Yes.
Right.
Meanwhile, so you know, Sal's really good at listening to you and just saying, yeah, every once in a while. Because I'll talk to him and tell him a story, and he'll just say, oh, yeah, yeah. And then I'll look over at him, and he's watching, like, piss videos or something.
Well, that's
totally not paying attention to me.
Well, he's working.
Right. You know, I'm making an effort, and I am, believe it or not, Howard, I'm interested in my wife's stories. It's important to listen to people. My therapist said that my mind is so congested with shit. It's like Grand Central Station in there. And he says that when you go home, you need to look at your wife in the eye and take a genuine interest in what she's doing. That's why you're detached.
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like you go home, and it's kind of like the Joe Buck show before Artie got on. Really boring.
You need somebody to come in there and
So who's Buck and who's Artie?
You need Artie to come
thank
on
you.
and make it
Okay, I'll take the Artie side.
Now,
so wait, his wife is Joe Buck.
So as a result of you listening,
yes,
has your wife given you any more sex?
A little more.
Right, so is she doing her part, in other words?
Yes, she is. And you know, my wife is starting to extend compassion to me because she recently dyed her hair pink again.
Right.
And
yes.
And when she dyed her hair pink, I got upset. I got emotionally upset. And she
Why?
said, well, because that pink I associated
with the emotional friend.
Yes,
because when she was seeing that other guy,
he liked pink hair.
He liked her pink hair.
Yeah, I refer to the pink as like, you know, when you're putting a car back, you're selling a used car, you polish up the fenders. That pink hair was her going on the market. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the peacock flailing the feathers. And I made an association to that pink hair of an era in our life where she was, unfortunately, with the emotional friend. So she went out and did it again. And she said to me, you know, I made a face. She said, what's wrong? I said, well, I make the association with that. And I got upset and I got teary-eyed. And she was very upset, too. And she apologized.
Get lost!
And she got teary-eyed as well. So it was the first time she extended. She usually laughed. She laughed every time I express myself.
Right.
My wife, you know, we went to therapy.
I feel that way with you, too. I laugh a lot when you express yourself.
When we went to therapy, she laughed. I was crying and she was laughing. And then when we left, she said, I could have spent that $300 on a pair of jeans and we're wasting our time here. But she's now...
So the pink is gone?
No, the pink's still there.
Oh, it's still there?
Yeah.
Oh, she's not going to change
Well, because I have to be mature about it as well. You know, I can't be tied into
And
that
is the
shit.
emotional friend gone? She's definitely not seeing him or writing him anymore?
As far as I know, the emotional friend is gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you trust that the emotional friend is gone?
I have to. You know, I have to move forward. I do trust it. I do believe it.
Gilbert doesn't.
But I did believe it in the past as well. But things are going really, really good for now.
Hey,
Richard, what I hear about you is that you are no longer interacting with the staff because you feel underappreciated. Is that true?
No, that's not true at all.
What's going on? I noticed you don't come out of your cubbyhole anymore.
Interacting with the staff? What does this mean?
He stopped interacting with all the other employees here because he feels that he's underappreciated.
No, not that I'm underappreciated. It's just you catch so much crap from people after a while. You just want to kind of chill out, do your work. I stay with Sal. We have a blast in our office.
Oh, good
and
for you.
I try to keep it a positive atmosphere because Will and I really got into it about a month ago, yeah.
Well, I heard Will was doing his job, and you came in with a joke or something you wanted to put on the computer.
The Iron Sheik was on, and me and Sal were calling in with drops, which you love.
I
and
love that, yeah.
Yeah, and we were both trying to do it at the same time, which I guess screws Will up, and he got really angry. and yelled at me about calling in with these drops, and it really upset me.
Calling in with drops. They don't talk. Sal and Richard weren't talking to each other, so they're both almost like competing to call in.
Well, because it's exciting and they're trying to get it going.
But it also freezes the phone. It fucks up the phone system. Like one could say they're right next to each other. They could say you call and I'll call.
I see.
But sometimes we get in such, we get so excited. We're just both doing our thing.
When Sheik was on that day, we called him with Gary, which was very funny. We called him with Artie. Right. And then Richard was calling in with the Sheik, yelling at the Sheik.
Well, don't you think in periods of time like that, things do get a little out of control, but it's to be expected?
Yeah.
Because you're writing on the cuff. This is a bit going on the cuff. Don't you think you should be able to roll with something like that?
I do roll with it. And it's no different. I yell at them all the time. It was no different than any other time, which is kind of interesting.
No, this was pretty bad. He was screaming.
You finally reacted to it, which was funny. People were more off-put than you. But
what good is it being funny off the air? In other words, why yell at Richard in front of all the other interns and all the other people in there?
It's demeaning to him.
It's demeaning to him.
Fuck!
He's a writer on the show, and he's trying to work with you. And, he's exuberant, but why put that down?
Because they don't listen to just basic logic when you say, no, that doesn't work, or no, I can't put that up right now. They hit you again and again and again and again and again. Right. And finally, you blow your stack. You get frustrated. You say, shut the hell up and get out of here.
Yeah, he does say that. Right. He's really, when Will is mad, Howard, there's an angry side to him.
But in other words, what you're saying is it dampens your creativity. You get defeated.
It doesn't.
No, it really does. It makes us think, well, we don't want to upset other people. We're getting screamed at for trying to do our job, and it puts us in a weird place.
Well, I want the three of you to go back and figure out, A, how you're going to talk to each other civilly. That's number one. If this doesn't get settled by today, I am going to step in.
Ooh.
I'm going to sit down with the three of you and find out what the real problem is. Because, number one, creativity around here should be encouraged.
Yes.
It should be done, you guys have to come up with systems. And you're going to say to each other, okay, the next time a guest is in, like the Iron Sheik, how are we going to work together so that this can work?
We've made up since then.
Yeah, and Will apologized. I mean, everything's cool. It was just weird for a while.
It sounds
like you're walking around. You're not walking around the halls.
Sounds like you're not doing your job.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because you're inhibited by Will.
No, he is, because I'll go in on Richard's behalf. If Richard wants to call in with drops and I'm doing drops.
That's ridiculous. Go ahead.
I don't know what went on with all these guys. I didn't see it. I just heard about it after the fact. And Richard and I get along great. We sort of found our place now.
That's right.
But Richard is, to me, one of the most passive-aggressive people I've ever met in my life. And I understand what Will's talking about in the sense, like, the reason Richard and I haven't worked out now is he IMs me. And he says, I've got this bit, I've got that bit. Where in the past, he would stand in front of my desk, and I would go, okay, I'll get to it. And he wouldn't leave till I got to it, and I would say no to something, and he would go, but I think it's really good. I go, but we're not where Will could get upset about it. But Richard and I haven't worked out great. Like, he texts me now,
but honestly,
and that's great.
Honestly, it is weird. Like,
you don't take no for an answer.
But Richard. I miss the days of coming in and telling you stories. Now I feel
love your stories.
But I feel like I can't do that.
You can, but you got to learn. You got to understand when somebody's on a phone. Like, Richard's the only person I know who will walk in when I'm on the phone and just start talking. But I think that's just like a...
But I don't do that. It can't be that important.
Well, exactly. Right. But like, if you say, okay, Richard, I got it, or I'll let him know, or I don't know if we're going to use that. Right. If Richard feels really strongly about his take no for an answer. Now, so if you feel really strongly, you pick your places and you come back a second time. Right. But Richard comes back like a fifth and a sixth time.
But it's only when it's stuff that's really important to the show.
But if I say no, it's no.
No, but I know, and I've learned that, but... There's times where something's timely, like I'll have a story about something you're talking about, and Gary will be on the phone, and I think, well, I would like to tell Gary this now because you're talking about it right now.
I don't know. Everybody else seems to have found that way. Like, Sal gets it, and like Sal picks his places. Like, Sal will say...
maybe Richard's exuberance is the kind of energy we need around here.
It's great, but sometimes he overdoes it. There's a middle ground.
Right.
But I don't come in anymore.
But you should. Like, he used to come in every Monday morning and tell me about his weekend. I got to tell you, like... 2 out of the 4 times it bored the shit out of me. But the other 2 times, it was great. I would take notes, and that would be awesome. But you have to understand that every time isn't the greatest, and everything. Nobody bats 1,000, Richard.
What I'm hearing is that Richard shouldn't give up.
He shouldn't.
You should continue to, figure out, try to read the room, try to read people's moods. But the fact of the matter is, I want your exuberance, I want you in there pitching, and I want you doing your thing.
But it's not that others don't appreciate his work.
Right.
I think
you have to learn to listen to him a little bit, or not yell at him so much. You get very angry. I know you do.
Dude, it lasts like a second, and then it's over. And then that was the part that upset me, because I was like, well, dude, we yell at each other all the time. It's like the heat of the moment. It's over. Let's move on.
But it's hurting him because he's afraid to approach you.
But when you're working
what is he, 5?
We're doing a live show.
Yes, we're 5. Okay. He's mentally 5.
I get paid to make prank calls. Of course I'm 5.
We're doing a live show 4 days a week. So within that time, of course, you know, if everything you do is on a deadline. You know what I mean? It's like, so of course that's going to happen.
I want this worked out, Gary. I want it worked out. Don't give me the messy details. We'll go back and work it out with these guys.
I'll take care of it, Howard. Leave it to me. I'll take care of it. Yeah, if you're asking Gary, let me take care of it.
Thank you. All right.
Like you took care of the Letterman interview?
Very good.
And I know you want to take a break, Howard, but can Sal tell a story real quick about having to move a refrigerator recently?
We have a new radio call, too, Howard, if you like.
Very good.
Rich has a new character that I love.
But what's the new character?
𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗵𝗲 𝗦𝘁𝗲. He's an English
guy.
All right.
Well, let's hear your English accent.
Can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
But Sal has a funny, embarrassing story about moving a fridge.
What is it? Does it involve your wife?
No, it doesn't. I had to pick up a host for a comedy show in Brooklyn, and we had to go to Rhode Island. So I get to his house, and he goes, hey, can you just do me a quick favor? And we're late. He goes...
You're not telling the story well, are you?
No, he's not.
Yeah,
here's how the story starts.
I'm not telling it well.
Richard, they have a gig in Rhode Island. Right. Richard, like a normal person, takes the train. Right? Sal, like who's too cheap to pay for the train, will glom a ride wherever he can. So he gets his opening act to give him a lift. Sal gets there to pick the guy up or to take the ride. Right. And the guy's like, okay...
Gary, your point is, if Sal would just buy a ticket on the train, he wouldn't have, but because he's trying to scam his way to the gig, he hires a guy that he didn't even know, but he has a car that will drive him to the gig.
And in my estimation, it might be having a car is more important to opening for them than being funny.
Right. Yeah.
Well, no, that happens in comedy. Absolutely.
Well, first of all, he's a great comic. He's Gino Bisconti.
Oh, Gino, yeah.
He's an awesome host. And I went to go with him, and he had me move a refrigerator up and down a flight of stairs.
They were late for the show, too.
Is it hard to feel like a star, a superstar, when you have to move a refrigerator first? All right, listen, I do have to take a break. It's very late. We have a lot to get to. Lisa G is coming in next, and we'll be back right when they're on vacation. And I do want to talk to Sal. Because I was actually...
Something happened to Sal?
No, I was thinking about Sal when I was on vacation, of all people, because I said, what does he do for 2 weeks when he's home with his wife? And I know his wife doesn't like when he's home.
Well, is he off? I think
does he
works,
take off
though.
the whole 2 weeks?
He came in?
I think he's here. I'm not positive, but I think he's here.
I don't see that much work from him. If he was here,
he was off.
I don't know.
I think he physically has to come.
I mean, I know he was in charge of Grillo Goes to Harlem. I didn't play you that, did I?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, this is just, after Michael Jackson died, Steve Grillo went up to Harlem to see the reaction of the black community to Michael Jackson's death. And there was a lot of interesting things said. Here's a couple of them. Steve Grillo, our old intern.
He's our man on the street.
He's our man on the street. Let's see what he found. These are just a couple of random people. Actually, this first person's I believe this is a woman, but go figure.
Where were you when you heard the news that Michael Jackson died? I was home at 48th Street in Cookhouse. Why?
Yeah, that's a woman.
Wow.
Her name is Debbie. I'm not kidding.
Oh, Debbie.
What would you say to the kid that accused Michael Jackson of molesting him?
What I say? Stay away from them. Because they did it to him. It started off with, what's that guy's name? Johnny Mathis. He's a babysit for them. He used to do it to them, so they grew up and did it to other people.
Well,
would you like to sing a song in Michael's honor? I'll sing with you.
All right.
What do you want to sing?
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there. I'll be there. Just call my name, and I'll be there.
All right, that was awesome, Debbie. Describe Michael Jackson in one word.
Action.
Who should take care of Michael Jackson's kids now?
His wife.
But he wasn't married.
His Auntie Deborah.
Oh, but she wasn't his wife, though.
Yes, she was.
Well,
the white blonde girl.
Yeah, but she donated her eggs.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that. I didn't know that I was his wife.
Well, I was interested to see that somebody actually thought that Who was it babysat Michael Jackson?
Johnny Mathis.
Johnny
now, that's
Mathis.
news. I have never heard that before.
Neither did I.
You'll not hear that on any other show.
Now, that's abuse.
Because I don't think that ever happened.
Johnny Mathis, he was the babysitter.
Right.
Debbie's getting her wrong information.
I understand Debbie, after that interview, was signed to Marantz Records. Here's another just random person we ran into trying to get comment on Michael Jackson's death.
Now, where were you when you heard the news of the death of Michael Jackson?
I was sitting in my house doing the puzzle when I heard about it. I dropped the book, and I came out to see my wife to let my wife know. She started crying.
Why do so many people get together to mourn Michael when they don't even know him?
Because you don't have to know a person to love him through his music. His music, his dance is what's happening.
Now, you think Michael Jackson's father should feel guilty?
Yes, I do, because he was too hard on Michael Jackson. I mean, he worked this boy, man, like he worked an elephant, man. He get no childhood play. It's all work, work, work. When at his age, he's supposed to got childhood play, learn to get along with other kids, hang out in the park, where he got none of that. He treated him like he was an adult, and I think that was very bad.
Do you think he had too much plastic surgery?
Yes, I did. I think he had too much plastic surgery, and I think that if that played a big part in him, too, as far as his skin condition and everything. You know, I think if he'd have let off on that, he might have been all right, too, with that.
What would you like to say to the kid who accused Michael of molesting him?
I'd like to say to him, well, I don't blame you at first because you was young, but I give you respect because when you got older, you admitted the truth, and that's what's more important. Now, the mother and the father should have been punished for it.
What?
Oh, that's another revelation. He claims that the kid who accused him of child molestation admitted
Recanted?
the truth. But wow. I don't know that happened either.
I don't know anything about that.
He got $23 million and then said it was bullshit.
Right. There's a lot of rumors going around. I haven't heard this last montage. This is several different people, I guess, commenting on the death of Michael Jackson. Are you interested?
Yes.
All right.
Describe MJ in one word.
Phenomenal.
Do you think Michael Jackson's father should feel guilty?
Guilty of what? In the black community, when I was coming up, all of us got ass kickings. Stripes, belts, and whatever.
Now, do you think it's unfair to remember him as a child molester?
Yes, it is. That's the white media, man. That's the game they play on us. We're the firstborn. That's the game they play on us. Yes.
Now, do you think Michael Jackson, the plastic surgery is that what led to Michael Jackson's demise?
No, the plastic surgery was Michael Jackson had really was from the vultures that was around him and made him do these certain things. Because this was not of God. That was of the people that was around him for the money purposes.
Do you think Michael Jackson's father should feel guilty?
Black people raise their children different. Our culture is different. And we do discipline our children. And that's how we do. I got beatings also, so did my mother and father and everyone else did.
What would you like to say to the kid who accused Michael Jackson of molesting him?
That's a lie, because in the black family, we all slept together in our homes and whatnot. Let's go far back. Michael Jackson did not molest that little boy. He's a liar.
Yeah, well, you know, listen, it's one thing if you sleep with your siblings and you're poor. It's another if you sleep with somebody else's kids.
Yeah, why are you bringing in other kids?
Yeah, I mean, he had enough room for separate bedrooms in that Neverland Ranch. And
I think he had about 18 bedrooms.
I think so. Certainly lots of room for the kids. But, you know, there you have various people talking about their opinions of what goes on. And as you heard, there's a lot of beatings that go on in the black community. And let's keep that going.
I got beatings. My mother and father got beatings.
Yeah, it seems to work. And I told you, that belt was responsible for the moon walk.
Yeah, those people obviously aren't using the right belt.
And with any luck, Joe Jackson will get his hands on these 3 kids of Michael Jackson's and beat them into the superstars that Michael Jackson was. So we can expect more great music coming out of the Jackson 3.
He didn't beat Tito enough.
If he had beaten Tito a little more, he would have started walking backwards, too.
Running backwards.
Tito didn't get enough beating.
He did the moon run.
Well, you know, Tito was one of the older kids. He didn't perfect the beatings until he got to
right.
I see what you're saying.
It was an experiment.
Well, believe me, I know that they're thinking of setting up some sort of museum for Michael Jackson. I'm hoping the belt will be prominently displayed with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
The original belt.
Here's the belt, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Pissed I'm blaming him for the potato problem. I didn't blame him. Gary said to fire him. I just want to know who's to blame.
I heard Gary say it.
And someone had to be fired. Doug's here to say goodbye to our show. Doug, why are you mad at me? I didn't blame. I just said your team back there threw away my potatoes.
I'm mad at the whole thing.
Why did you throw away my potatoes?
Because we were ready with that bit on Monday. Yeah. We were ready on Tuesday. Right. We did the bit on Tuesday.
Oh, so there's a timetable. Why didn't I know this?
You know what? This is why you can't win. We had the food up here since Friday, okay?
No, you didn't.
Yes,
no,
we
didn't.
How would you know? You're not here on Fridays. Of course we did.
No, but the point is, I wrote a note. I talked in the meeting about how we should have when we get Robin's bra.
What meeting? Yesterday?
No.
Oh,
when we talked here.
Okay.
It's informal discussion.
Okay.
I shouldn't call it a meeting.
Go ahead.
When I said, let's get Robin's bras and fill them up with potatoes, get 5-pound bags of potatoes so we know how much they weigh.
And we did that.
And you did that.
And the bit was yesterday. And I'm not going to leave.
The bit is ongoing until I say it's over.
How do I know that?
You don't. You should have asked me. Why would you give away the potatoes until you asked me?
Well, because, here's why. Because it's been up here since Friday. Okay, potatoes do have a long shelf life. Okay?
Yeah.
There's a lot of perishable stuff. We had fruits. We had other stuff.
Why do you have mayonnaise here from 1912?
Because
if you're so worried about
and mice and roaches, not that they are up here.
Oh, you're worried about it?
Yeah. No, here's what happens. Then I leave food on the floor, and it rots, or you see a mouse, you see a bug.
Then why did you buy the food on Friday?
You assholes, why'd you leave the food up here? What's wrong with you guys?
All of a sudden,
then we don't leave it here and we're
Robin,
assholes,
there's more crap around here that they leave laying around.
Yeah, but not stuff that can rot. It's a respect thing. I want to get rid of stuff that can rot or that can attract bugs.
But why don't you ask me if the bit's over? Because Gary does that with me.
Why don't you send me a note? Or
Doug, don't get rid of the potatoes. The bit's not over?
No.
You mean I got to do that with everybody?
No, well, sort of, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, write down all the bits. Listen,
Howard,
Gary, how many bits do I have running right now that I haven't gotten to for years?
No, that's fine. But
we have them ready to go.
When it involves a visual, let us know. You saw the bit. You sent me a note. It's funny last night.
So the potatoes had to go.
How about, hey, funny, make sure we have potatoes tomorrow. I want to do something. I have an idea.
I should remind everybody. No. I should keep in my head a catalog of ongoing bits and how to have them ready to go.
But you made an assumption.
Why don't you? No, you made the assumption. Don't turn it around on me.
That's true.
You made the assumption the bits. No, I'm not wrong at all, Doug.
You are.
Doug, the bit was go buy me 5-pound bags of potatoes to put in Robin's bra.
That was not a primary thing. You're focusing and you're changing history now, saying you didn't lock on to the potatoes.
Yes, I did.
We talked about melons. We talked about cantaloupes.
No, you talked about melons. I wasn't interested in melons. Are a cliche. Robin's melons. I wanted something I could weigh. 5-pound bags of potatoes. That's all I wanted.
Okay, now I have 30 pounds of potatoes.
I didn't want mayonnaise. The
mayonnaise is from some other stuff.
No, and the 30 pounds of potatoes aren't good. I need them in 5-pound bags.
Well, we'll weigh 5 pounds.
Thanks. I know, I'm wrong. And by the way, from now on, every day what I'll do is I'll catalog everything we have ongoing, and I'll write you a note that we're still doing it.
Howard, it's just, did anyone know this was gone from yesterday? So just
one of the bags. All of the bags are gone except for one. Everyone took them home. No, we had more than 2. More than 2. They're all gone. Well, because everybody had to get the potatoes out of here.
I did want, and then and then you come in and you find out that there was a mouse spotted in the compound because Howard TV left the potato. I'm just saying the scenarios. That's how you do spin. You can't win.
All right, thank you.
You can't win.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm going home. I'm fired, right?
Good. Goodbye. Goodbye. Nice knowing you.
Can I give you a hug?
No.
Okay.
No.
Can I give Robin a hug?
Hey, I didn't fire you. Gary did.
Okay. Yeah, right.
I didn't have
Then I know it's not.
I would have picked I would have picked Angie or Phelan, but he picked you, so you're gone.
Okay. Well, it holds no water, so.
Goodbye. Okay. Thanks. Now bring me my bra, and bring me my potatoes in 5-pound bags.
Bring me my bra.
I have 2 5-pound bags ready.
Yeah, but we did it already. The audience doesn't want to hear that again. Does anybody still want to know how many pounds of potatoes can fit in Robin's bra if Artie's wearing it?
How about the news that Artie's wearing Robin's bra?
That's big news, too. Oh, by the way, if you want to see Artie in the bra with the potato stuffed in, with Artie flipping the bird to Jason, go to howardstern.com. There's a beautiful picture of Artie flipping the bird with his bra on and the potatoes. There it is, Robin. Did you see this?
Let me see. Where is it?
Right here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
There he is.
Wait, such a lady.
Would you look at... Yeah.
Hey, you're famous.
I'm like Blue Iris.
Good job.
There's urine in my feet.
All right, listen.
Are we done with the bit?
No, I don't know. We'll get to it at some point.
Because I want to eat something.
Yeah,
I don't want to look bloated. Let's
wait till, Doug thinks it's time to get rid of the potatoes again to do it.
I like that he's worried about bugs. Then don't buy them on Friday. Buy them on Monday. I don't know.
Why are you
have someone buy it over the weekend.
Yeah.
Worried about bugs all of a sudden. If you see a mouse, then they're going to blame me. I think potatoes want to, cause a major problem. Put them in a Tupperware.
No, that's not good.
No. Just get rid of them.
Just buy them when you need them.
He decided the bit was over. I didn't know how to timetable.
Well, you got to send out memos.
No, I better get this stuff out quick. Now, I suppose everyone wants to know how many pounds of potatoes can fit in your bra. Why don't you just have J.D. put the bra on? Artie already did his duty.
I'll do it if you want.
You don't care?
Well, I mean, you've got those marks on you now. I don't know.
Why doesn't Doug put it on? So we don't have to fire him.
Doug would be perfect.
Hey, Doug, come in here and put on Robin's bra.
That's how you can make it up.
Yeah.
Because he's more in proportion to Robin's size.
Right. Actually, yeah, you're a little bloated, Artie.
My trainer deserves some credit. I got into Robin's bra. That was my goal.
Put on the bra and let's see how many pounds of potatoes we can put.
Okay, this is my hazing, no problem.
This is your hazing. Do we have it boxed in 5-pound increments? Yes, okay.
Do we have a wig for Doug?
By the way, there's a huge controversy. While Doug's putting on the bra, and thank you, Doug. While Doug is putting on his bra. Boy, your bra is such a hit, Robin.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't even have to show up anymore.
Things like a harness.
Oh, he's doing the brown one you like.
I think it holds me.
He looks nice in it. You look cute.
Thank you.
He looks like a hairy Britney Spears.
Where'd you get the 6-pack? Look at you, bro.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, put on this wig.
Who's this guy? Be quiet, whoever that
They just put a blonde
Sal
wig.
just put a blonde wig on you.
This is good. Yeah. My face is hidden.
Yeah, move your hair just a little from your tits.
Yeah, we need to see your face.
Okay.
I'm pissed that people think Doug looks better in it than me.
He looks a little better than you.
Doug's crazy hairy, so hold your tits open.
Okay.
One.
All right, now.
Okay, I showered.
Right. Count what you're doing.
3.
Now, this is the first 5 pounds, so we know the bra holds that.
4.
There's a lot of room in this thing.
It's funny from this angle.
Do you believe how big it is?
It is big.
8.
It's, I feel bad for you that you carry this piece of equipment with you every day. It really is like a football uniform.
Piece of equipment. It's what's attached to me I'm carrying.
11.
Now, how many pounds are you up to?
I'm just on the first
bag. Okay.
It's almost 5 pounds, right?
12.
No. We know it can hold 5.
Yeah, we got 5 in before.
That was the controversy.
13.
Right. Pack them in there, Gary.
Okay. So here goes 14 and 15.
By the way,
that's the first 5 pounds.
All right, that's 5 pounds. Let me see what you look like with 5 pounds. And you say there's a lot of room?
I think it could fit 10 pounds easily.
All right, who thinks they could? I don't know if it could fit 10 pounds.
I don't think a whole other 5 pounds is getting in there.
Just keep going.
You just dropped one.
Drop potato.
See, Doug, you don't know how to do this.
Artie was better at it.
Artie never dropped a potato until his bra was
I'm going to hold
off.
the bottom again. Just keep stuffing.
See, these potatoes are a lot bigger.
All right, yeah, but it's still 5 pounds. All right, keep counting, Gary.
I'll hold the bottom.
15, 16.
Stuffing behind the
Wait, you're bursting out here.
It's okay.
Put some in his ass.
This feels weird.
Your bra's filling up in it. Now you know what Robin goes through every day.
Yeah, my God.
Oh, he just dropped another potato.
Well. You could stretch that bra, Gary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me hold the bottom. Just stretch it.
Stretch it out. You could get a lot more potatoes in there.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Look, they're all falling
They're falling
I think
down.
you've reached capacity.
No, I haven't reached capacity. It's just that I should have put the big ones in first.
Should I lean back a little bit? No. Or that's not fair.
No, Robin doesn't lean back.
Lean back.
Doug's belly is getting bigger.
I resent that, Jason.
I'm at 19.
Keep going.
And probably 7 pounds.
Wow. Wow, look how many...
No, I take that back. Holy shit.
That's like 10 pounds.
If I can get one more big one in, Howard, I'm at 10 pounds.
10 pounds, all right.
Just shove it in.
Hold on.
10 pounds
I'm going to rearrange a little bit.
All right.
He's like a moving van guy.
Exactly.
I believe Robin's bra can hold 10 pounds of potatoes. That'll give you an idea
now,
of what...
just walk.
All right, now walk.
And room for... I think there's room for more.
You do?
I think the hair is a bigger problem.
The hair is in your face?
Yeah. It's not easy being a chick with big tits.
You have beautiful blonde hair and big titties.
Thank you.
Big potato tits.
Now, can we throw shit at Doug?
No, that will get you hit.
Now I want you to go down to the Holland Tunnel and walk yourself off as a hooker.
Be a tunnel bunny.
You know what? Doug looks exactly like a chick who blew me in 1988.
Wow. With the potatoes. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. 10 pounds of potatoes in Rob. Now unharness.
Now listen to
Listen to this. Here's when they spill out.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
That's what Robin carries every day. Doug, now ride the Sybian. Oh, man. What?
In all fairness, Robin carries more. That's what Robin used to carry.
Right.
She carries more now.
Now she has a G-cup.
These were the same things, only it's stuffed into a smaller cup.
I mean, let's be serious for 1 second. That's Robin every single day of her life. Okay? So I don't want people...
Am I supposed to feel sorry for her?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Look at it.
Men love her.
Look what she's carrying around every day.
It's still less embarrassing than me and Doug look like that for 2 minutes each.
Doug, what do you...
I tried to explain to you guys why I needed surgery. You wouldn't listen.
Now do you have empathy for Robin? That's a lot to carry around. Yeah.
And I apologize for that confrontation. but I do. I hold my ground.
Now those pictures will live forever. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. There you go. Doug Goodstein, executive producer.
Try it.
Howard TV. I would. There's another thing that really mystifies me, that I can't believe Richard Christie, who works for us. You know, everyone knows Richard and Sal. But Richard found a girl to go along with his idiosyncrasies. Like, you know, Richard doesn't bathe. And, like, he's in a long-term relationship, and the girl puts up with it. And Richard's into going to haunted houses for the entire month of October.
Train trips.
It's like, he found a girl who really will do anything that it's like, and she's a very normal girl, except for the fact that she likes Richard.
Then, you see, but then you go, she can't really be normal.
Yeah, I guess. But this is wild to me. Richard has a soundtrack he goes to sleep to every night, and he's into haunted houses and horror movies. Most guys who are into heavy metal are into haunted houses and horror movies. Like I see Rob Zombie's all about Dracula.
Horror films.
And his dog's name is Dracula. So Richard goes to sleep every night to his soundtrack. And it's a soundtrack of haunted houses, I had heard, and this and that. And he was even bragging the other day that he's remixed it himself, because when he goes to sleep, some of the sounds are a little too loud, and they wake him up. So you would think, well, why bother remixing it? Why not just go to bed and not have the soundtrack playing?
Why do you have to have this playing?
But that means the girlfriend, too, is into listening. I mean, I don't know how...
Or she just has to figure out how to sleep with this racket going on.
And I heard it was spooky sounds, like, you know, haunted house, like, ooh... And I guess I thought in some way maybe that's soothing, but I asked Richard if I could hear this soundtrack that he sleeps with, and this is it. I'm going to play it for you verbatim. Here it is. And I'm listening to this. I go, oh, it sounds like a sound machine.
There's a big, dark house near here. A very large, derelict house. It's known locally as Hangman's Folly. This
every
old
night.
Mansion.
Same month.
But that's what it really is. It's built on a hill. A strange and barren hill. A place where birds
Could you go to bed to this?
And animals won't go.
I thought it would be
shy.
sounds.
And dogs
That's what
run
I
with
thought.
hackles.
It's a story. It's like a bedtime story he's read to.
Such a baby.
But the same one every night. You have to be retarded to listen to the same story every night.
It's my favorite.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Sal told me as you're playing it, Richard is sitting in there mouthing it verbatim. He could probably do it without you playing it.
I'm going to do, you know that game where you have to know the next line?
Right.
Come in here. I'm going to play it, then I'm going to stop it, and I want to hear the next line. See, he's got to know every line. You got to know every line of it if you listen to it every night, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And why did you remix it? Because some of the sounds were too loud?
There's screaming parts on there that would, like, scare the shit out of us. You know, it's about an hour and a half long and about an hour into it.
And you're asleep by what point in the thing every night?
It depends. If we're real tired, I'll fall asleep during track 1, which is like, 3 or 4 minutes. Or a lot of times it's by track 4 or 5.
But it plays while you're sleeping, right? I mean,
yeah.
It goes on.
And then the screaming wakes you up.
Yeah. Yeah. Or thunder. There's a lot of lightning, too, that would scare the shit out of us.
So, and you found the girl who, like, doesn't think this is odd, and she enjoys it, too.
Well, she won't listen to it when she's at home by herself because it scares her, but she likes when I'm laying next to her and we listen to it together.
You found someone who's...
They are soulmates, obviously.
Yeah, you're really soulmates.
She's awesome.
Yeah, you should marry her. You'll never find one like this.
That's
really.
true, yeah.
And she's attractive, and so it's like it works out.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
As I play this, I'm going to stop it. I want you to give me the next line.
Okay.
Raised in fright. Nothing much grows there anymore. It is a dank and desolate place.
Where birds won't go, and oh man,
dank and desolate place.
A dank and desolate place where birds won't go. Nothing much grows there anymore.
Nobody stays for long.
Nobody stays for long.
They say it's haunted.
You're bad.
You listen to this every night?
Every night?
I know the very beginning, but he goes on for a little while, and I forget.
All right.
Play on track 12, it starts where he's in a graveyard. That's my favorite one. Come on, Artie. This is good stuff.
That's the graveyard?
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Do you ever start it from track 12?
Oh, yeah.
Richard's falling asleep. It must really work.
This is my favorite part.
If you walk through Witch's Wood.
What?
If you walk through Witch's Wood, past the hanging tree, down Dead Man's Lane, you'll come to a wooden footbridge.
Past the hanging tree. Then down Dead Man's Lane. Over the wooden footbridge past Creepy Hollow.
You got it.
You will come to an ancient graveyard.
What's that, a dog?
Uh-huh.
His girlfriend.
What's with heavy metal guys in monster movies? Like, why do they go hand in hand?
That's a good question.
I mean, Rob Zombie's like, he lives his whole life in a
his whole
horror
house
movie.
is full of memorabilia.
Just dark stuff.
He drives around in the Munstermobile.
Because they're weirdos.
The Dragula.
Like, I saw his house looks like the perfect house to me. I saw pictures of it where he has all this monster memorabilia, and it's almost like a haunted house.
Yeah.
And if I ever got rich, I always said I would turn my house into a haunted house.
Yeah, him too. I mean, he's done it. He is rich.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to take a beautiful house and trash it, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I might as well just buy an old house.
If I ever got rich.
No, the real haunted house is exactly where Richard grew up.
That's right.
On that desolate farm.
It is. A guy fell down our stairs into our basement and died.
Wow.
Like 70 years ago.
And he probably still lives there.
Well, my mom was back there one time and said she felt somebody tap her on the shoulder.
See?
Safe for mortals to be here.
And, well,
especially after dark.
I just find it amazing you found a girl who, like, totally... like I know if I was listening to this in bed, probably Beth would leave me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm wondering when you introduce this, like, in a relationship.
You should try it, like, around Halloween. Just play this when you go to sleep. It's fun.
I'm an adult. I don't care about Halloween. I don't put an ounce of thought into Halloween. It makes no difference to me.
You don't look forward to Halloween parties and pumpkin beer and all that stuff?
No. Not at all. I never even think about it. Pumpkin beer. You're starting to look like a pumpkin from all that beer. Look at the size of you.
I know.
Big and orange.
I told my girlfriend she's got to start like cooking healthy for me because I'm going to be drinking a lot of pumpkin beer in the coming months.
Yeah, it's coming up.
You got to get ready.
I went looking on Friday. We're going to, we're going to Denver. We're going to Halloween Horror Nights in Universal Studios in Orlando.
Right.
We might go out to California to Knott's Scary Farm. We're going to Connecticut. There's a big beer fest up there, and we're going to the Trail of Terror. And we're going to Field of Screams and Shocktoberfest in Pennsylvania.
I wish I had something like this in my life.
Me too. I have chess, but this is way more exciting.
No, see, it just doesn't take you anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I'm a world traveler.
Yeah. So are you taking planes or trains, or what are you doing?
Well, we're flying to Florida and to Denver, and then everything else is kind of trains.
Right.
You know.
Nice.
It's close enough.
All right. Well, hey, listen, you're happy.
Yeah, it's fun. This coming up is my favorite time of the year.
You wake up happy every day?
Pretty much, yeah.
You're an alcoholic, so I'm thinking there must be something bothering you.
No, not really. I'm a happy drunk, too. When I drink, I'm happy, you know.
Right. All right, there he is. There's Richard Christie. He found a girl to go. Like,
Truly, did you, the first time she slept over, did you pop that in?
No, I had to ease her into it.
Yeah.
Did she think it was weird at first? She was like, I'm not going to listen to this?
No, she liked it. She ended up liking it.
And now every night it's in there. And
I have it on my iPod, and I have a little iPod player next to the bed, and we listen to it.
So it's in the whole room.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild, huh?
Amazing.
But I remixed it. I did it a leveler where the screams and the narration are all the same level now, so it doesn't startle us.
What is this CD? How do you get this?
It's very hard to find. I bought it about 15 years ago.
Right.
But it's called Night in a Haunted House / Night in a Graveyard.
And who is the narrator?
That's, I've searched everywhere to find out because I love his voice. I would love to do something with the guy. And I went on Halloween message boards and everything and can't find out who it is. So if somebody finds out, please email me at richardchristie.com.
I'm desperate to know.
Yeah.
Especially after dark. For here is a place of twilight. A place occupied, they say, by half-beings.
By what?
Half-beings.
Half-beings. What's a half-being?
I guess, I don't know. Ghost, probably.
What do you make of this? I'm going to go around the room. Artie, what do you make of this?
I think Richard's deeply disturbed. I mean, at first I thought he was doing some of this to be shocking and funny, but this is odd behavior.
Right.
Where, like, if I like Richard, but I don't really know if I want to know him.
It's like me with Dominic.
Yeah.
What about you, Fred? What do you make of it?
I find the CD annoying.
Right. And what about you, Robin?
I think it's ridiculous.
Right.
I bet Benji likes it.
Benji, you want to comment or?
I can understand it because, like,
See?
But I have to tell girls, like, when I sleep with them, like, I might, in a couple hours, I might be screaming and like, grabbing you and punching in the air. So
you have nights.
I understand having to,
All right.
Just another plus on your dreamboat that's docked.
When you get to sleep with a guy as hot as Benji, the only negative might be you might get punched in the face during your sleep.
You're willing to risk that?
He's so similar to Antonio Sabato Jr.
I told Doug we should set up a time-lapse camera, a night vision camera at his apartment so we can watch him get the night terrors, film him for like 10 hours.
You mean Benji's apartment?
Yeah, Benji's apartment. I think it'd be funny to see, to watch for 10 hours and see what happens.
Yeah, well, many a woman's gotten to see that. That he found on the internet. Another plus. Yeah. Put that one in the plus.
Bye.
Now I have tape, Fred, of him saying ack. So you could have that.
So he does make that sound.
Now he does.
He's in denial.
Eric, do you say ack? Okay, thank you.
That's so funny.
Hey, Eric. Eric. You there?
Yes. Fun of me.
How many people are in the room total?
Quite a few.
Like when you're doing your idol show, how many people are typically are in the room with you? 20?
20 or more, I guess.
Right.
I don't.
And if someone writes ack, you kick them out?
Yes.
I don't think you can afford to lose any of those people in the room.
Yeah, right.
I heard you kick people out for using large font also.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't like to be yelled at like that.
Right?
Right.
So explain that to me. I mean, if somebody writes in caps or a large font, you kick them out?
Yes, because in computer terms, that's considered yelling.
Oh. Do you ever yell in caps?
No.
Even if you're really angry?
Right.
Wow. Well, he's not rude, at least.
Well, he yells, though, in his voice. He was pretty rude to that guy who said ack.
Yeah, but ack is evidently, according to Eric, a very offensive thing to him.
Called him a jackass.
Yeah. Ack, jackass.
Ack.
someone just typed in the room that we average between 50 to 1,500 people.
Wow.
50 to 1,500. That is a wide span.
Yeah. Congratulations. That's very good. All right, Johnny Fratto is on the air. He's mad at Eric.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's our fault, though.
Oh, well.
Hey, Johnny, clear something up for Eric, because I got blamed yesterday. You're not talking to Eric.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. You're not talking to Eric because, the way I understand it, because he woke you up and makes silly demands at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, that's not all. See, like he said, he called her, and he likes to talk to my son, Joe. Well, besides them both being the same size, Joe's 6.
Right.
He ain't got nothing to talk to Joe about. 6 months ago, before all this bunny ranch shit and everything, it didn't bother me that he wanted to talk to Joe. But now, you know what I'm saying, Howard?
Eric, why do you want to talk to Johnny's 6-year-old son so much?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there was... Well, what would you tell me a couple of weeks ago, Johnny, that when he was at school one day, someone said, oh, your dad knows Eric the Midget, and he corrected the kid, said that, no, it's Eric the actor.
Yes, he did do that. He did do that, Howard, that's for sure. But
what's that got to do with anything?
Yeah, why did you say that, Eric? That doesn't answer the question.
So, Eric, you wanted to commend the kid for being so kind?
Yeah, obviously the kid, likes me.
No, but, I mean, how many conversations can you have with Johnny's kid, you know?
Well, they talk about a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Well, Johnny, you're upset now that Eric is a big perv and he's talking to your 6-year-old?
I mean, just because he talked to the kid, I don't think Eric was up to anything weird.
Oh, nothing like that at all.
Right.
But, then if Joe answers the phone, it guarantees that I'm there and I have to pick up.
So are you friends with Eric now, or are you guys just, like, off limits?
I am friends with Eric. I'm always going to be friends with Eric. Yeah. I mean, Eric's a little upset with me now because apparently I called the wrong number. Did you tell him, Eric?
What is this?
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Well,
let him tell you, Howard. Tell him what happened. Terrible thing happened last night, Howard.
Right, because, everyone knows that Johnny gets on Ambien, and he was trying to call me, but instead of calling me, he ended up calling my parents' house at 5:30 in the morning and waking them up.
Don't you think Johnny did that to get back at you?
I don't know.
Johnny, right? You woke his parents up because he wakes you up.
Well, I'm not going to say it didn't occur to me.
Why does Johnny have your parents' number?
Well, because I used to live there.
Oh, he lives there. Oh, I see.
No, Johnny, you called the lake house that I used to live at.
Right.
And, because you had that number, because I used to live there.
Yeah, but the point is, Eric, that you call Johnny at inappropriate times and wake him up. He wants you to see how it feels.
And he did, Robin. When he called me this morning, he was screaming. That's why I'm calling tonight.
This for you, by the way. Why are you so involved with Eric the Midget at this point?
I have no idea.
Yeah, what are you up to, really?
I don't know.
Is it sort of like a fun thing so you're connected with our show? Or, I mean, what's going on here? I mean, what's in this for you?
I mean, I think I don't need him to get on your show.
Right.
But I don't know.
How'd you get hooked up with him in the first place? I mean, what possessed you to get involved with Eric?
Flying with the balloons. I thought I could get him to fly with the balloons.
I see.
Well, Johnny owns JFSC. He promotes, stuff on that website.
Yeah, but that wasn't the first, he didn't own that at the time. I think that was a creation after Eric. He says he was trying to get Eric to fly on with balloons.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
Johnny wanted to be, a hero to the show.
Yeah.
Which is great. And then things got out of hand.
And then he got stuck with Eric.
Well, and Johnny has an interesting life, and he tells great stories, and he turned out to be a great guest.
No, I'm just saying he got stuck with Eric trying to help us out.
No, I know, but I'm pointing out to Eric as well that, Johnny could definitely be interviewed by us without his help.
And so then what happened was we got to be friends, and time went on. But the phone, he kept ringing the phone too much, and I told him once the baby's born, my lifestyle has to change.
Right.
And Howard, do me a favor, okay?
Yeah.
Don't have any fucking kids. I'm serious.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not. Meanwhile, I got 3 kids of my own, and my 16-year-old just got her learner's permit, and we went driving yesterday.
She drove you?
She drove me, and it was her second time driving. And, boy, you get real nervous there. That's your little...
I'm surprised you were able to work today.
Oh, my God. Because that's my little baby right there. And all of a sudden I go, I can't believe you're driving me. And, you know, but she got me up and down the driveway anyway.
Oh, that's as far as you went?
Well, we went down a couple of streets.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's a pack of cigarettes.
No, they're on. Yeah.
All right. Hey, Johnny, Eric, let me go because I got a million things to get to today on the show.
You got it, Howard.
All right, Johnny. Take care.
Wait.
See you later, Eric.
What do you want?
What do you want, Eric?
As it was mentioned on the show last...
Bye, buddy.
Hold on, let me finish. Go ahead.
Both of my co-hosts have received late-night calls from Johnny himself.
They don't have kids.
It goes both ways. He calls people late at night, too, and one of the people he calls is on the East Coast. Both Gina and King said that they've received late-night phone calls from you.
Well, that's possible. I really wish I could remember.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay.
All right, Eric the Midget and Johnny Fratto, power
working
couple.
out their
idiot.
Working out their problems.
All right, that's David Arquette, Mr. Courtney Cox. All right, good morning, everyone, and we are having fun already. The fun never stops here. We got a big show for you today, too. Big show. I'll be talking about a couple things. Yesterday, the company had a sexual harassment meeting, like teaching people how not to sexually harass each other.
Or to sexually.
Yeah, or teaching them to sexually harass each other. Nobody got laid at the meeting. A couple of people got in trouble, I heard.
A couple of hands found their way into people's laps.
No, Jackie was the first one to get in trouble. Tom, our general manager, led the sexual harassment meeting. So before he walked in, Jackie put up a sign that said, I can't say what it said, but it said "fillet me," but with the B word.
It's a sexual harassment meeting.
Yeah, and Tom walked in and got all
on the TV screen. Jackie had a brilliant idea that we just could pull off quick enough. Yeah. You know, everyone's waiting, to do this meeting, and the videotape's already in the machine. Yeah. And all Tom has to do is walk in and hit play, and we're going to run down and try to put a porno. Yeah.
That would have been great.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
But
you guys are so bad.
He was bumming out.
Well, it's just funny.
I want to be taken seriously.
It was very difficult to be, he's got everyone there, and he wants to be taken seriously, but you got Jackie and Fred in the room.
And Fred got in trouble. What did he say?
Well, Fred laughed at Tom gave his whole speech about, listen, it's only 20 or 30 minutes long. If you could just, I know you're going to want to laugh, but please don't.
This is serious.
This is serious. If you could just sit through it. In fact, it was great because Tom says, it's self-explanatory, so I won't have to say anything, which is awesome because, you don't
want to hear him.
You don't want to hear Tom. So 2 minutes in, Fred starts laughing. And Tom just glares at him and says, Fred?
Katie, he starts laughing.
That was just bad filmmaking because they're all sitting around this computer screen looking at something, and I wanted to see what was on the computer screen. He says, come on, let us in on it. And he got upset.
It was like electric in the room because after every single line with the bad acting, there was so many. You know how we yell stuff on the screen? There was so many things you could say, and so the whole room was like just a buzz with what could be said and wasn't.
There was a lot of tension.
I heard Wood Yee fell asleep.
He was
5 minutes in.
Right in front. His nose was 6 inches.
Yes, but he's an honorable guy. You know he's not going to sexually harass anybody.
Right. But how come after 50 years they're doing this?
No, because now there's lawyers who sue over. If somebody looks at somebody in the workplace the wrong way, there's a lawyer ready to sue, especially a big high-profile company like CBS.
He was one of the stars.
I guess because it's a big high-profile company.
Yeah.
If you're a little dirtbag company, we didn't have to do that.
Yeah, you should be having all this sex. Meanwhile, there's tons of sex going on in this place.
In case you want to know, just so you know, CBS has zero tolerance for sexual harassment, and if you bring a sexual harassment to someone's attention at the company, you will not be penalized in any way.
Wow. Yeah, sure. So everyone will think you're a retard.
Give me a break.
Gee, Tom, I want to bring a case of sexual harassment to you.
You better straighten up.
Yeah, you're going to want to see that person again as you walk down the hall.
Yeah, they're not too weird. Well, now it's gotten so weird that even like if somebody says some sort of joke to somebody...
Well, that's what the tape was.
No terms of endearment. Right.
Yeah.
Like I can't say, hey, honey, dear, no terms of endearment. Right. The list goes on, Howard. The list is amazing.
You don't know what to say. My policy is not to speak to anyone, and that way, not to have any interaction with anybody, and then you can't sexually harass.
Can you feel a woman's breast in the workplace?
No.
You can't?
Suppose you accidentally,
although I saw something here,
really accidentally brush up against somebody.
I saw something the other day that was amazing, Howard.
What'd you see?
I won't name names, but I saw a person that works here.
Yeah.
There's another a man who works here. I saw him pinch a woman's butt.
Yeah.
And the woman seemed really, really surprised. The woman almost jumped out of her skin.
Oh, dear.
Really?
Well, when's the suit?
I don't know.
Hey.
Even dirty jokes aren't allowed. You can't tell any jokes.
Well, that was the whole thing. They were watching something on a computer screen. Somebody had pulled up one of those dirty sites, and somebody walking by might be offended.
Well, really what it says is don't hire any women. Because, you know,
they're making it.
There were no guys.
Yeah, like no guy's going to complain about, some dirty joke.
It it usually doesn't happen.
It's just a new way to get rid of all the women.
One of the great scenarios they had, Howard?
Just hire men, and no one can be offended.
One of the great scenarios they had was this couple that's like a camera team. They work together. It's a guy and a girl.
Yeah.
So they're out in New York City, and she's like, hey, let's have dinner. And then they go to dinner, and she's dressed in this really nice dress, and she's like, do you remember that other couple that was a camera people? They were making love in the back of the van. I've never done that before, but I've always wanted to try it. And it really seems like she's coming on to him. So then he walks, and she's having a big glass of wine. Yeah. So she's walking back to the room, and he's like, hey, and he goes, he puts his arm on her. She's like, listen, I'm not interested in you like that. And then he goes to kiss her, and she goes, I'm not interested, and pushes him away. Yeah. So, of course, the suit, the next day the suit's gone.
Hey!
And the guy's in there.
This guy's been entrapped.
And she was totally leading him on.
And the guy's going, what did I do? He's talking to his boss. He goes, what did I do? And he goes, well, that's it, man. You wait till the next time we're on a shoot. Her life's going to be miserable. And they go, Jim, this is exactly the kind of thing you can't do.
Right. Jim's out of his mind.
And it's the worst acting. Well,
I don't know. Those weren't actors.
Was she hot?
No, the volunteers from CBS.
Yeah. What is it?
Gary missed the best part of that last story. First of all, she was really hot. But at the dinner, she was telling the guy how she really wanted to be banged in a van.
Yeah, right. He said that. He said that. Yeah, get out of here. Hey, listen, we got to what?
And then Tom is sitting there watching everybody the whole time.
Watching people watch it.
Like he's looking, and then he has a notepad and he's jotting down notes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know what he's writing, but still, it's like you're in like this is.
He's jotting down.
Yeah, he's getting.
You know what? You want to know what I learned from your meeting? Tom is an imbecile. And I always said it, and I always will.
The funniest part of the meeting was
sitting and jotting down notes. You know what? I demand to see that notepad.
No, I mean, I don't know if he's writing anything about us.
But whatever he's doing.
No, I saw it. I know
what is it?
In essence, he took attendance. For those, he's going to find out.
Yeah, well, you know what? I wasn't there.
Neither was I.
And I'm not going.
Although, if it's a self-explanatory videotape, send it home with me.
Although I have watched the tape.
I have to.
It's funny as hell.
What happened was, Owen, the sales guy that works here?
Yeah.
At one point, late in the video, he laughed at something that I think was sort of it was funny, not because stupid. It was funny because the acting was so bad, and he laughed out loud, and Tom glared at him for 20 seconds.
You are making a mistake, Owen. There is no laughter in this room.
Why would he invite us if he wanted a serious meeting?
I went to him and I said to him, I swear, because Jackie and Fred were sitting in the green room eating soup, and I go, what are you guys doing here? I was going to leave. I was like, I'm getting out of here for this. So I said, Tom, are you sure you want Jackie and Fred there? And he goes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So I gave him the chance to get rid of him.
Right.
He wouldn't take it.
When he scolded Fred, it was like a teacher like scolding a student.
What did you do? Fred, did you tell him to F off?
No, it wasn't appropriate. And you're supposed to show some sort of respect.
Yeah.
He's full of a room full of his peers.
You like to give him some respect. You like to give him some respect.
It gave Tom something to do when Fred acted up, actually.
Here's Tom.
Probably loved it.
Hey, Tom, you're on the air.
Biting our tongues, boy.
Now I can yell at you.
Hello? Hello? Oh, Tom.
Down who was there, so I know that everybody on staff saw the tape.
So if there's a lawsuit, I can bring it to everybody's attention.
Why not have a checklist at the door, Tom?
Because of the wonderful things I does.
I'm not sure why Tom's doing that. Like, why?
Yeah, like, why are you taking notes? Like, why don't you have like an assistant?
I know why.
Why? Because that's sexual.
His assistant was told to drop dead.
Get out of here.
Because it was raining, no go.
Why are you writing down attendance?
Well, because I want to make sure that everybody...
No, but I mean, you're an important guy. Wouldn't an executive...
Third time I have shown the tape, the different segments of the staff, I just want to make sure that when I'm done, everybody's seen it.
But wouldn't an executive...
Denise wasn't in the room with me, and I wasn't going to ask somebody else to do it.
Why? That's our job.
I have seen it a number of times, and it was real simple for me to write down the people's names.
He wouldn't have been missing anything if he looked away.
Oh, I see. In other words, you didn't have to pay attention to the sexual harassment tape.
I didn't trust her.
I got to get a copy of the tape to play it on the air. It's funny.
It is.
No, you can't play it on the air.
Why not?
Why not?
Doesn't the rest of the world need to know about sexual
Why shouldn't everyone learn about sexual harassment?
Educate the world. You know why they're acting so bad, Howard?
Why?
Because it's explained in the tape. Because the people in the tape are CBS employees. They're volunteers who felt so strongly about sexual harassment that they had to run them.
Oh, they just want to see themselves in a tape.
And let me ask something, Tom. Isn't sexual harassment sometimes so subtle? These people were so obvious.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is just what I'm saying.
Howard, some guy spills a drink on a girl's top and starts trying to wipe it off. You know, it's like...
Right, he's being helpful. This is the tape. What's wrong with that?
This is the tape that...
It looks like Howard's dating.
Yeah, you're just trying to get somewhere.
So bad. There's a Christmas party, and guy basically says, eat me or no overtime.
Yeah, right. Hey, I know some people are that obvious.
But you know what? This is a tape that Vinny Favali was in. And he got edited out, unfortunately.
His acting was so bad.
He was so good.
Yes.
He made it so dirty.
All right, Tom, congratulations on your meeting yesterday.
Thank you so much.
I understand you kept everyone in line, and I'm proud of you.
Yes, I did.
How many people laughed? Did you write that down?
You want to know who they were?
Yeah, who did you feel was... Who do you feel was disrespectful? What did you feel? How did you listen? Just so Shaq knows, how did you feel when you came in and taped to the TV set was that "Fillet Me" sign?
I knew I was in trouble as soon as Gary told me that Fred and Jackie had hung around to watch the tape.
Meanwhile, did you hear what they tried to do? They tried to put a porno in. That would have been unbelievable.
This is not acceptable.
You would have blown your lid.
Zero tolerance policy. What would have happened had that actually gone on?
That would have been it.
I would have imploded.
Yeah. You would have. Okay. All right, Tom, thank you. All right, I must take a break, and we'll be back, and we'll start the show right after these words. Come on.
The Howard Stern Show.
Hi, I'm Kim 𝗏.
And I'm Roland Kickinger.
We're on the new Howard Stern production, Son of the Beach. And no, I'm not on the show because Howard dragged me onto the casting couch and had his way with me.
I wish I could make the same claim, but luckily, he's a very gentle man.
Excuse me, I have to go throw up.
Please, stay tuned to Howard Stern, a world-class French kisser.
And you better listen close.
The Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, a lot of excitement. That music leads you to believe something exciting is going to happen. But yeah, hurry up. Let's go to Ken. Ken, you're on the air. Take a couple of phone calls, and then I'll tell you what's going on. Go ahead, Ken.
Hey, a couple questions. I love that show last week on Son of the Beach, the thong episode.
Thank you.
Can you auction off those thongs that we used on the show?
That's not a bad idea. I think we have to save those thongs, though, because we want to make a Son of the Beach restaurant someday where thongs will just hang and the smell will waft through the air.
I just saw that episode last night. It was funny.
That's a fun one, yeah. Where they ban thongs from the beach.
Well, they try anyway. Then there's a protest.
Tonight's the last new episode. The last new episode of the season.
And the last time you can win a trip to Hawaii.
Yeah, I watched it last night. It's very good. Very funny.
When are the new episodes going to start to air? Or do you have
the new episodes? Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have a very precise timetable, which I can't believe how tight they want to turn around on these things.
Really?
Yeah, I was just looking at the schedule. I mean, man, it's like, you need time to write the scripts.
When do you go back on the air?
I don't know. It's just a really quick schedule. They want the new episodes quick. But,
you don't know of an air date.
Look, we'll get them there as quick as we can get them.
Hey, what's the status of that movie you said a couple writers brought to you and you were really interested in?
I had a meeting with them, and they're doing a rewrite just to respond to some of my questions. And we had a discussion about it, and they thought that some of my comments were intelligent.
Some of them. Wow.
Yeah, not all, but some. And they thought that, now listen, my comments, who knows? No, but they thought that maybe some of the things I had to say was legitimate, and they're
taking it under advisement.
Yeah. Can I take a guess of who the writers were?
Go ahead, I don't care.
Is it those two Polish guys who did The Matrix?
No.
How about the
other Polish guy?
Yes, well, no, it was two other Polish guys.
Or the two guys who did Something About Mary?
I'm going to be in Matrix 2. No, not the guy from Something About Mary.
Yeah.
Just to...
Because you said they had hit movies, so I thought...
Yeah, well, they're producing, and they're doing some writing. I don't know who's doing what. I just read a script. I thought it was funny.
It was Ivory Merchant. He's in Howard's End, too.
Yeah, because I'm named Howard. I'm the only famous Howard. So, I don't know. So, I don't even know if I'll do the movie. I would like to do another movie, though, man. Movies are cool.
Why not?
Because they treat you good.
Nothing like doing a movie.
Yeah,
you
that's
feel like
treatment.
the Queen of England.
You do. I just want to do it so I can get those shrimp platters.
It's funny because I was thinking about Michael Douglas and that Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, two most pampered people on the planet.
And I was looking at them on that Barbara Walters thing, and I said, they are so used to being pampered.
Yeah.
Look at how they act.
They're completely lost.
They don't even know about the real world when you have to get something for yourself.
Right.
They think life is beautiful.
Yeah, but life on a movie set is about as perfect as it gets. If there's a heaven, it's a movie set.
That's right.
And you see these actors all, talking about how, they hate the business and this and that, and they can't stand going out and promoting the films. They're crazy, man.
You know why they think Susan Sarandon is so amazing? Because she'll actually stand in a line and get arrested by police. They are so out of it. They're like, oh, my God, she's incredible.
No basis in reality whatsoever. But I tell you something, man, I just miss the days of going to the set and having everyone fawning all over me.
It was great. I mean, they come and get, excuse me, Miss Quivers, it's time for you on the set.
And then if you want to be pissed off at him, you can. It's great.
Can I get you something?
Why did you fall in love so much with Betty Thomas? She's not a classic beauty or the type of woman you've always fawned over.
Right. No, because she's got a brain in her head. When you watch
Why have you been attracted to that?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Sometimes the brain can be sexy.
When you see a woman working like that, you know what I mean?
And you're collaborating, it's a mind meld.
It's a mind meld.
I mean, I know Allison's smart and everything, but the reason you loved her so much was because she was gorgeous.
Who?
Allison Stern, your ex-wife.
Who's that? No, of course what do you mean? How do you know why I loved Allison?
Because I read your book.
Oh, well, what did I say?
Yeah, because obviously that was fiction. What did he say?
You put a big photograph of her in a bikini and said, this is Allison at 19.
Yeah, no, of course I love Allison, and of course I still do.
No. I said the reason you fell in love with her because...
Yeah, when I say I love Betty, because you're such a boob, you don't understand. It doesn't mean that I want to have sex with her. It means that well, whatever it sounds like. I mean, if it's a flirtation whatsoever, but I don't, whatever. I just don't, I like her mind, the way she directs. I'm an admirer of hers.
Robin, what does it sound like to you?
He has said sexual things, and they have flirted with each other.
Right.
So good. But I've seen people who they bond on a different level, and it becomes sexual. So
that's right. So what?
Yeah. Why does that bother you?
No, because, like I said before, it's not the type of...
Betty is a competent, strong woman, and I find that attractive.
He would be able to lie there, and things would happen.
Right. She could do stuff to me.
Imagination.
Right. Now, she's a very intelligent woman. And I like that. I like that in a woman. I don't like dopes. Well, for a while I did.
I mean, give me a break.
Yeah, I mean, I like that a little bit.
I've seen you indulge. It's a nice spice. Let's not get carried away.
No, Betty is a friend of mine because I like her mind. Same with Judith Regan.
How come you can't like different people at different times?
Same with Judith.
This guy's bothered.
Same with Judith Regan, the woman who published both my books. She's another one that turns me on because she's smart.
She's pretty good looking too.
Yeah, she's good looking, but that isn't it.
No.
She's smart.
And by the same token, you have a very beautiful woman who acts differently that, you know, she's smart, but she's bitchy, and it's a turn-off.
Right.
Who's that?
I don't know.
We don't know any of those, but we're just imagining there must be some. I've yet to meet a beautiful woman that turned me off.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
We don't need to name names.
Easy.
But you...
Oh,
yeah.
boy. I'm
trying to think who she means. That's what I'm going through.
Go to commercial.
Yeah, we need to go to a commercial and find out who. Whisper in my headphones, what are you thinking about?
Well, you still say you do them, but, you know, you're getting angry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm a man.
You'd be doing it to
All right, dude, I got to move along, okay? This is a silly conversation. Okay, bye-bye. It's a dopey conversation.
He's a silly guy.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously gets no women.
Gail, go ahead. You're on the air.
What's up, Howard?
Hey, man.
What's tonight's episode about on Son of the Beach?
Oh, on Son of the Beach? Well, tonight's the last new episode. It is a great episode, I believe. I think it's an evil villain like you've never seen on Son of the Beach before. It is a guy in a wheelchair whose name is Milosevic. And he is so evil that he invents a race of perfect robot women.
All of the regular lifeguards get fired.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing. And even Notch ends up out on the beach. But the robot women are the Dom triplets.
Oh.
And they're fawning all over this guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, and the guy in the wheelchair, and he's like that guy Stephen Hawking. All he can do is move his finger. It's the only part of his body that moves.
And he can talk. He talks through a computer. Yeah. He's got a computer.
And he's like, I will get you. And he invents robot women so he can get all the lifeguards fired. And the reason he wants them fired is because Notch Johnson had caused his downfall.
His arch nemesis.
Yeah, it's very, very intense. It's funny as hell.
Yeah, there was a little clip of it in the
Just remember this when I say this.
show.
There's a scene in this that will make you vomit. It's so funny. And I'm telling you, that's how hard you're going to laugh. And just remember what I said, the word schnot, okay?
Hey, Howard, real quick.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but the schnotts. The schnotts.
Real quick, Howard.
Yeah.
Why do you still wear your wedding band?
I don't wear a wedding band.
Are you sure?
Positive.
You didn't wear a wedding band when you were married.
I never wore a wedding
Never
band. No, I was rebellious.
Hey, Howard, can I play a game?
Yeah.
I'm a poor college student.
Yeah, you can play a game.
Please?
Guess how long it's going to take me to hang up on you.
Oh, come on, dude.
There it is. If you had said about 1/10 of a second, you would have won. Oh, man. So, no, I never wore a wedding band. I wore it for like a day, a wedding band.
Yeah, you always wore silver jewelry, so you didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Wedding band. I had the world's ugliest wedding band, too.
Really?
Maybe that's what did in my marriage.
I don't even remember it.
It was gold, but it had like it was like little holes dug, like craters in the moon, like were dug into it. It had little black.
Like pounded?
Yeah, pounded metal. Yeah. Who knows? Probably cost me $10. I'm just not real into wedding rings. They look really bizarre.
Well, if they put a skull and crossbones on.
Yeah, something cool. I don't know. It just didn't look right. I used to wear some other ring, but I stopped wearing it because my finger broke out from it. It still hasn't returned to normal.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. It's almost 100% normal now, but it broke out.
How was this?
Like about a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So now I can't wear any.
You're allergic to your jewelry.
I'm allergic. No, I think I was using some weird hair product, and like it mixed with the metal, and my finger got all...
You're going to explode over there with all your concoctions.
I got so many hair products.
You don't know what you're mixing.
I don't know. You know, I got a nice head of hair and everything, but it is so much work. And everyone's telling me I can't cut my hair short because I'll look bizarre.
They really are discouraging you from doing it. Because you are really considering it. I think you're considering a whole complete change.
Well, yeah, because my hair is a science project every day. I need Tony to fix it. Some days I can do it myself and it looks good. And other days I feel like I look ridiculous. I don't know.
Well, at this point, I think you feel unsure of yourself when you're doing it alone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like, wait a minute, I shouldn't be doing this. I need a professional.
Well, Tony came over to my apartment, and we had a lesson on how to do my hair myself. And, I should have videotaped that. That was funny. It's so embarrassing.
You've only been with your hair all of your life.
Yeah, but I don't understand my hair. I don't know. My hair grows very fast, and by the time I master it, it has grown so long.
You can't do it anymore.
And every time I cut it, I have a different person cut it. And at first I think it's right, and then it's wrong. I mean, I don't know. My hair is complicated. Why is my hair complicated? I don't understand. I think it's my face. You know what I mean? My face was better looking. I wouldn't need the long hair.
Hair would be an, it'd be an incidental.
I need the long hair. Gives me a look or something.
Do you think you could handle it if you cut it off and you didn't like it?
No.
No.
So that's the problem.
Has anybody ever made you a computer-generated picture of you?
The problem is, they say with my hair would just be tight and curly, but I don't understand that either.
You can't relax it?
Can I relax it and do something weird to it?
Blow it out?
Like this guy Cabby yesterday. He had blonde streaks in his hair. Looked nice.
He doesn't care.
He could care less what he looks like.
You didn't think about it 2 minutes?
No.
You could tell.
You could tell. Tattooed all over the place. You know.
So you got to be that nonchalant.
Right, you do. You got to not care.
Ignore it.
You got to ignore it. You're absolutely right. Chris, you're on the air. Go ahead. Come on, we'll take a couple of phone calls, and then I got a bunch of stuff to talk to you about. I got a tape. Chris, well, you go first.
Hey, I was just kind of curious as to after your separation, I kind of noticed that you never really speak about masturbating anymore. That was
Well, it's funny you bring that up. I don't do it that much anymore.
Yeah, that was kind of like my next question.
I do it occasionally, but I'm not on a regular schedule like I used to be because...
Well, how do you sleep?
Like a baby. I don't know. I sometimes if I really need to get to bed.
Sometimes you hit a patch because I know a couple of weeks ago
I did it.
You were
yeah. Lately I've been able
to that routine.
I've been able to fall asleep. You know what it is? I am so busy now. Because you take my day yesterday. I did the show, did the radio show. I went over to the gym to work out. And that workout, I was ready to drop dead. It doesn't sound like I did a lot, but it was a lot. I did 5 sets of bench press, 5 sets of squats, and 5 sets of pull-ups, chin-ups. And that was it.
That's it?
That was the whole... And I ran a mile on the treadmill. That's it. But very fast.
I mean, how fast?
And I'm telling you, but I did...
Break it, land speed record?
I don't know. But you had to do 10 sets of everything. 10 reps, rather.
10 reps,
5 sets. And I was tired. And it took a long time.
You're not supposed to rest that long between sets.
I know, we do rest a lot. But I got to tell you something.
Are you talking
No, well, it's 4 guys.
Oh, and so you're doing...
And who's that? Tell her to shut her fat mouth. That bitch. What's the matter with her?
My leeway won't work. I guess I ran out of money here.
Your what doesn't work?
What do you call those things? Those easy passes.
Oh, you're easy. Oh, so now she's yelling at you? They treat you like a criminal.
You are a criminal.
I'm on my way to work. I'm supposed to go over this toll bridge.
Let me talk to her. I'll tell her off for you.
No, I hate those people who get stuck in the easy pass.
I know. I'm so embarrassed right now.
I know, and you don't even feel like you did anything wrong. I mean, you know your easy pass is supposed to work.
I know.
And then you know what? If it doesn't work for a while, then you got to go send away for another easy pass.
Did you have that happen?
Yeah, easy passes work. That rocks.
I just ran out of money on his easy pass.
You probably didn't pay your bill.
Yeah, it's not my company. It's not my easy pass.
Oh. You know, there's nothing easy about Easy Pass.
I was just about to complain.
Nothing easy.
Hey, I got another question to ask you.
Yeah.
As far as, what was your ratio when you were married as far as, masturbation to sex?
Well, in the final years, it was mostly masturbation. You get so busy, your wife's busy, my wife works, and it's a whole thing. I mean, you never even have time for sex.
Yeah.
And things go bad.
I was kind of,
sex is very important.
What was, unhealthy. As far as the marriage is concerned, as far as,
Well, you know what it is? After a while, with me, it's like, you just take matters into your hand because it's quick, and you don't have to sit and talk and hours.
Thing going.
Yeah, and let's get into outfits. I mean, it's just, I don't have time for nonsense. All right, thank you.
Bye.
All right, thank you. For me to use my hand, it's as easy as a TV dinner. You pop it in and you're done.
You're there. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there and it's ready.
And when you're done, you go, thank God I didn't waste my time.
I'm done and I'm sleeping.
I'm sleeping. Or I can go watch TV. I can do whatever I want. I don't need a headache. If people would just have sex with you and then leave you alone.
You don't have to be sensitive. You don't have to hold anybody.
Right. It would be the perfect partner. Just, have sex with me, and disappear.
I hear you.
Did you ever see the movie Cherry 2000?
No.
See, that was the perfect relationship. There was these girl robots that were beautiful. In fact, Melanie Griffith, when she was young,
was one of them.
Cherry 2000.
Right.
And the guy fell in love with his Cherry 2000.
Right.
And then, like, she broke or something, and they had stopped making them.
Right.
So he was running all over the world looking for spare parts.
That's the movie. You know what? That makes sense. I got to see that movie.
It was great.
All right.
So you could keep her running.
That's the perfect woman. I mean,
you just did whatever you wanted.
After sex, you want a woman to turn into a pizza and sleeping pills. Just leave. Get away. But that's when lovemaking becomes important to women. It's not the act. It's afterwards how you treat them.
Before and after.
Yeah, before and after. You got to work them up.
The build up and the...
Tell them a bunch of stuff. Yeah, then you tell them crap. You're finally doing what you want to do, and it's over, and then it's like, uh-oh, I got to tell them more crap.
You're thinking, wasn't that fun? She's going, no.
Rob, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Howard, I have a question for you. I'm getting ready to start working out, and you always say you work out every week and everything, or every day.
I work out every day almost.
Why aren't you, like, real big, like 𝗀𝗵𝗄 or something?
I don't know. I don't understand it. It never happened for me. I literally have a horrible...
It passed him by.
Physique, and I put the work in. I do.
It's a little disconcerting to me, because maybe I have a real thin physique also.
Can I tell you something? I don't think it works.
Wait a minute.
I really don't.
Well, you are better than you were, and you're stronger. You have more stamina. There are good things that have come out of it.
Yeah, but I want to look good. And, even the guy who trains me, this guy Patty, goes, it's not about looking good. Are you stronger? Do you feel better? Yeah. I go, I don't care about any of that.
Doesn't matter, huh?
I am there to look handsome when I take off my shirt.
Exactly.
That's all I care about. He goes, that's what girls work out for. I go, then I'm a girl. Sign me up and put me in a sundress, dude, because I want to look good. And don't kid yourself. That's why people go to the gym. They do not go to feel good. They go to look good. I look in the mirror. I want to break it over every human being's head. It is a disgrace what I look like.
But you keep working out.
I keep going because I'm afraid of what it'll look like if I don't go. If it's this bad winter working out, imagine when I stop working out. But now I have a whole new theory.
What's that?
I need to eat a lot less. And now I'm eating less.
And so much science has gone into your body.
Although this morning I was nude. I got out of the bed, and I was completely nude. I stripped down completely nude.
Yes.
And I have this big wall mirror. And I stood there with the right lighting.
The right lighting, so it was dark.
It was almost pitch black. But I stood there.
Because everybody looks good in that light.
Stood there, and I stood up straight, which I rarely do. And I was nude. And I got to tell you something.
The 2001 music came on.
I tell you something. I didn't look half bad. You know what I mean? I didn't look half bad.
Funny? Because sometimes you do that, like it's like a Twilight kind of thing going on. The sun just coming out. You walk past the mirror and you go, wow.
Yeah.
I look good.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
And you decide to turn on the lights because you think you look good.
So what I did was, and then I got dressed. I got to my jeans, and I pulled my shirt up. And I didn't look half bad.
Still dark?
Let me show you what I did. No, I'll do it in the light. Let me show you what I did. Tell me how I look. But I got to get myself a range.
Oh. It's got to be at the right angle.
You got to look at me from the side, and I'm standing very straight.
This is more serious than Tom's
Look. See? Look.
Well, it's flat.
It's flat. It doesn't look bad, right? What do you think, Robin? Is that a turn on? Are you turned on right now? Tell me the truth.
It's, you're not Notch Johnson.
Right? I look pretty good.
But, come on.
It's a mess. I don't understand it. I don't understand what happened. What is it, Casey?
Yo, Howard, I got a new plan for you, bro.
Don't give me any of your plans.
No, I'm going to give you a plan.
All I know is you were at a gay dance party.
I was not at a gay dance party. No, listen, Howard, this is what I'm going to do to you. We'll get you a tan.
Yeah.
You get a tan. You'll see the total difference.
Really?
I'm telling you.
Really?
The reason why you look like that is because you're totally white. You're pale.
Yeah, but that shouldn't have anything to do with it.
No, I'm telling you. It's like the shadows or something. I don't know. You need a tan.
Shadows. The shadow.
You need a tan, and you need to shave down.
Yeah, I know. I got a little hair there.
You got to shave all of it.
Does he shave down?
You shave down, right?
Oh.
You.
Well, I have my chest here.
Yeah. You shave every day in the shower?
No, not every day.
Let me see that.
Let's see.
No, you can't see. You can't see it now.
Let me see. Where do you shave off?
Well, it's like,
Come on, take off your shirt.
I shave the back of my arms because I don't want hair running up the back of my arms.
How do you do that?
I just take a razor and I just go like
you
this.
reach back there?
Yeah. And then, like, anytime anyone touches me, they go, "Hey, do you shave your arm?" I go, "Yeah, I kind of do."
Yo, does it grow? You think it grows back thicker when you shave it?
You're like farming.
I don't know.
I don't know if I believe that. People say it doesn't, but
I don't buy that.
I want to see what he's shaving.
You just want to see him with his shirt on.
Yeah.
You better go watch that sexual harassment movie. Yeah, what?
Yeah, I love your show, man. I love you, and F high pitch Eric.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, you know, so Casey did this appearance. This is weird, man. I don't even understand what you're doing.
What do you mean?
You appeared at an all-male review? Oh, there you are.
Oh, come on.
Look at that. There you are. There's a picture of it.
You and a bunch of guys who shave.
Casey's like standing there with guys in their thongs.
What? Come on.
What is an all-male? Like, is it a gay thing?
No, it's not gay at all, Howard. I'm telling you. There was like 600 women running around. They're worse than guys.
Really?
I'm telling you. This is the place for guys to go, man.
Were any guys in the audience?
No, I don't think they're allowed to go.
600 women.
So it's
really?
So it's naked guys dancing.
Well, they have their thongs on.
Right.
Oh, is it like a Chippendales kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you did.
Yeah, and I think that they're guys that hang out in the parking lot outside waiting for the girls to come out.
How come you didn't wear a thong? Yeah. Seriously, you're the only guy with clothes on.
Women.
Yeah, they were trying to. The guy was trying to take my jacket off and stuff like that.
Why didn't you? Why don't you get into the fun of it?
No, I wasn't doing that.
You know why? Because they look better than he does.
Yeah, look how white you are. Why do you say that? Hey, look how white you are. They have a tan, those guys.
I know. I am white. Yeah, I'll get back into it, though, you know. Right. I got to get my tan on. I will.
Tan.
No, but Howard, this is a place, like, for guys. For, you know, if you want to get women, I mean, somehow you got to get in this place. Because they were nuts. They were just looking for penis.
Were they hot?
Oh, they were hot. There were some girls there that were amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, even the camera guys that were there, like all the people from E! and stuff like that. I mean, they were like Brad Pitt. You know what I mean?
Really? Yeah, he went to an all-male review. I thought it was like a gay thing.
I did, too.
But he says there's tons of hot chicks there. But you didn't get any phone numbers or anything, right?
No.
You're so into your girlfriend.
That's right.
Yeah. Dude, what are you doing? What, are you married?
Yeah.
You go to a thing like that, you don't get any phone numbers?
Why, you know? Well, I can't, you know?
You can't?
Yeah.
There's always bachelorette parties in this.
That's what they are. I mean, Howard, these women, these women were crazy. I mean, my friend who works there, there's the guy in the middle there, he said last week a girl bit his ass.
Ooh.
You know, it's a real turnoff when women act like idiots like guys.
Oh, they really
do. You know what I mean?
They were worse than guys.
Not if it's over you.
Yeah, right. Well, that would be different. Right. But women shouldn't be so shallow.
Howard, I've never seen this side of, like, women before. When they're all together, all drunk and stuff like that, you know, grabbing people's packages.
So what's the deal? Like a guy, like a good-looking dancer comes out, and he's dressed, right?
Right.
He strips down.
And then he strips down to his G-string?
Yes.
To music.
Yeah, and all those guys stuff stuff in their crotch to make it look like they have more penis. Yeah. They don't have a penis like that. I mean, maybe some of them do, but...
Look at that.
They were telling me last week that this one guy that was working there were some other girls, like, grabbing his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were saying, like, I don't know how to say it, but look, it's solid. I don't know if you can say that, but, you know, and they were all grabbing it.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Any girls grab you?
A couple girls grabbed my ass.
Really?
Yeah. And they were trying to take my clothes off and stuff like that.
Let them do it.
I can't be doing that.
Tim, you're on the air. Tim?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That homo Casey is right. You do look better when you're, like, if you're working out and you get tan and stuff like that.
Nah, it wouldn't make much difference to me.
Although I wouldn't go to a tanning salon like he does.
For a six-pack, and tanning doesn't give you a six-pack.
Yeah. No, it just looks better. You look more... It's dumb, but he's right. You look more buff.
Yeah, but where are you supposed to go?
I don't want to sit and shave my chest anymore.
You shave your arms, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
no, I wouldn't do that.
I'll be in the shower shaving all day. I mean, it's like, you know, I don't care that much.
No, I wouldn't be shaving either, but...
Right, I mean, you know, there's something that's real gay.
Why not? You do it once a week. Big deal.
Once a week, then you have stubble all over your body.
No, you don't. You don't get stubble. You take... Well, you don't shave with clippers. You just take clippers and you do that.
So you don't go totally...
No, I don't go all the way down.
Skin.
Yeah.
How the hell long would that take to do once a week?
You want to know something? I'll tell you the truth.
Time.
I've shaved with clippers. It takes a long time.
The Ralph shaved
and I'm not. No, I did it myself. And let me tell you something. Well, Ralph shaved me once. But I'll tell you one thing. It's like too much work. You know what? If you can't dig me with hair, then forget it.
Yeah, that's a goddamn nightmare.
Right. You know, that's already being ridiculous. I got too much to do to be sitting there shaving myself in the mirror.
Yeah.
You shave your face. Why can't you shave your chest?
Because I hate shaving my face.
Well, I do.
It takes me forever. I hate shaving.
Hey, Howard. Also, same thing with
love me, love my horrendous body and hair. All right? But I know, I mean, I can't imagine a woman going to bed with me getting excited. I mean, look at me. I'm a mess. I'm a goddamn mess.
Come on.
You saw me lift up my...
Use something else.
Saw me lift up my shirt.
Well, it's not horrible.
It wasn't that exciting. I didn't see you getting hot.
Well, I just saw American Psycho yesterday with that Christian Bale or whatever.
He's good looking?
Boy, what a body on him.
I have breasts.
And there's a guy, he worked out a few months before the film.
I don't get it. I don't know how guys do it. I work out all the time, and I don't get anywhere.
That guy's 22 years old.
So what?
He worked out a few months.
That's how he does it.
Really? So you mean what?
So all you have to do is get 22.
Yeah, all I have to do is shave off a few years.
First of all, he's young, and second of all, his body just has a propensity for that.
Well, that's the point. My body doesn't. That's the point.
That's it.
Yeah, what about some creatine? What about that?
Creatine?
Yeah.
I don't take it.
Well, why not? Why not give it a shot?
It's not going to do anything.
Well, if you think that, then it's not. Well, let's give it a shot.
Oh, I mean, if I magically wish it'll happen?
Yeah.
Nah, creatine doesn't do anything. That's a bunch of bull.
No, it's not.
Every year, it's something new. For a while, it was arginine and ornithine. It was none of that stuff works. Just makes you fat.
No, it doesn't.
Steroids, that's the only thing.
You know what the only answer is? Steroids, and it really is true. And I really should go on them.
Could you take another man shooting you in the ass with a needle?
Sure.
Could you do that?
Yeah, what do I care?
Is that gay?
No. What is that? A guy shooting you in the ass with a needle?
Like a friend of yours.
You don't know figure out what.
No, a friend of yours.
Yeah, that's gay. A guy shooting that. Yeah. He's so confused he doesn't know that.
He can't figure it out.
You don't know what's gay and what isn't, do you?
Well, I know. Hey, I know. I was comfortable with my sexuality that I could do that thing and escape the other night.
No,
but you would never do that.
Your clothes for the girls.
No, I was there though. That's the fact. I was there next to a bunch of guys with thongs, and if I'm not comfortable with my sexuality, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you were real comfortable. You kept your coat on. Yeah, you were real comfortable.
Oh, what? So I was supposed to get naked?
Everybody's nude. You're dressed for sleigh riding.
Yeah.
So what? Big deal.
He's got a collar right up to the bottom of his chin.
So what? I'm not a dancer.
Dude, do you look comfortable right there? Look, what's wrong with that picture?
What do you think?
I think you're a mess.
Oh, you might be.
Johnny, you're on the air.
Yo, F. Andre. Yo, Howard, I got to say that I've never had a gay experience, and I'm not homophobic or nothing, but I shave every 3 days my chest and arms.
Every 3 days?
Yeah. Because otherwise, he's right. You're right. The stubble does come out, but you got to get rid of it. It's nasty. Body hair, what are we, like apes and stuff?
Yeah, body hair is nasty.
It is really nasty.
It really is nasty.
You know what the worst part is that as you get older, you get more hair.
Yeah. Hey, but when people touch you, don't they feel the stubble?
Yeah. People have said to me, but I'm just like, I shaved my arms.
Awful?
Yeah. You shave all the hair on your arms?
No, just the back of my arms like you.
Yeah.
But I have seen dudes who shave their, the body.
She's very into gay causes. Get KYE.
I wonder what my wife would say if I went the gay way. Get KYE. Schminkter. Get KYE. No smell is more distincter. Get KYE. I wonder what my wife would say if I went.
You know what we do? We get Andy Dick to dress up like a mermaid. We swim him across the stage.
I don't know if he's speaking.
He's speaking to us. If I tell him to speak to us, he'll speak to us. Yeah, I can make his life miserable. Get KY. Oh, we got to do it, guys. It's time for us to hit the road.
I was thinking you get to...
We can make a 16-city tour.
The Blue Man Group to back you.
The Blue Man Group. Yeah. You know why we chose them? Because they blew.
Oh.
I'm ready, man. I feel like I need to perform.
I see you getting all worked up, but it'll be over in about a week.
The stadium will be built to resemble a giant men's room. Everyone will feel right at home. Be urinals.
Wow. It's a rest stop.
Right. We could have a big column in the middle of the stage that shoots glue. Comes spewing out at certain moments in the song, sensitive parts.
Well, I figure you'd have a couple of guys dressed up as big tubes of KY.
Right. Well, we can get that. I can make that happen.
Dancing KY.
Get KY.
Every concert
There's always beach balls floating
Right,
and flavored
right.
condoms.
Are we only going to do 2 songs? 2 songs are enough. Then we get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you want to enjoy the rest of the...
I'm not wearing a thong.
Come on!
No. Oh.
With the beach towel in it. It'll be
I say we go classy. We wear some nice white suits, matching outfits.
Oh, no.
Like the real Backstreet Boys.
No. You got to show skin. We're the
No,
backside boy.
You come out.
You come out and show skin.
You come out in your thong. Yeah. Shut her up.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm not in the group.
Volunteer us.
I'm not in the group.
You could be a mermaid.
I bet you'd come see us perform. I bet you everyone would.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, everyone would be there.
Who would miss that?
Holy cow.
Worldwide event.
That's right. We got to get
pay-per-view.
The rights.
Yeah, but we got to get paid.
How much?
You would think.
When Jackie starts pitching about money, we just throw him out of the group. Put Benji in there.
Oh, you'd love it.
I would love it.
I would love it. I need to be on stage. No one's taking my place.
I'm born to be a performer. You fags go on without me.
I hate to break up the backside boys, but I need money.
We were smart when we recorded. We hardly gave Jackie anything to do.
That's
We knew
right, so
he'd...
you can replace him
That way he can't hold
easily.
us up.
Replace him easily.
Backside Boys already breaking up.
He's not the... It's not the original backside boys.
Yeah.
Intertercine problem.
Right. Already money
Yeah,
problems.
it's like the Supremes now trying to go out.
I'm the Pete Best of the backside.
Get out, go home.
Talked yourself right out of a gold mine.
Hey, go bang Linda McCartney.
I'm working in a bakery.
How great is it? John Lennon banged Linda McCartney.
Oh, you think it's true. You
That's
really
so
do hope
great.
it's true.
Oh, I know it's true. I believe it. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says. I believe it.
Well, that would be a way to get
You
that
want to believe
involved.
that so
You do. It's just so great. My Linda. My Linda.
Do you think Paul knew all this time? Or is
No.
this a shock to him?
My Linda's a shock.
Oh, dear.
My Linda.
I don't believe it. I don't think you're right.
My Linda Baloo. My Linda Baloo John.
I hope he knew. I hope this wasn't the first day he found out about it.
Would you throw the line, Ringo?
How long before Ringo bangs that one-legged broad? Paul said.
I was the drummer, you know.
Why you smell like John Love? All right. Anything in the news that we haven't covered, Robin?
Yes, well, you were playing that song just a moment ago about suicide, so I thought I'd tell you that a man killed himself at a Cure concert in actually, it was in Prague. Last Wednesday, Britain's...
Good, more food for us.
...reports that a police officer committed suicide during the Cure's show. According to the report, the 24-year-old man found dead in a bathroom of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Good, give me a steak.
The Cure were unaware of the incident as the band...
Well, I guess the Cure didn't cure him.
He went there for a cure, found none.
Some cure.
Went to the bathroom and shot himself. The band is currently on the road in Europe for their Dream Tour 2000 in support
Way to kick it off. Might want to change that Dream Tour
of
thing.
their latest CD, Blood Flowers.
I'm just toning up for the... I'm just getting ready for the concert. You know what? We got to put Tom Chiusano in a bikini.
Seriously, Howard, you know what you did? You make that a stipulation that Kingston and Tom
have to be in bikini.
Part of the group.
If they'll introduce us in a thong.
Yeah. You know what?
How badly do you want the bag?
They want us real bad. I don't think there's a problem with that.
They'll do anything.
I'm not kidding you.
Tom in a bikini.
Also in the news, Howard, I know that you weren't really popular at your school.
Who said that?
You said.
Oh, that's right. Well, why would I admit something like that? It's hard to believe, huh? The life of the party wasn't popular in school?
Do you think one of the teachers would have given you a kidney?
No. I don't think my parents would have given me a kidney.
No.
Kicking the kid.
Well, that happened in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. A teacher, Jane Smith, was discharged from the hospital yesterday, 3 days after she gave her left kidney to her 13-year-old student, Michael Carter.
Ow.
She came up to him one day in school to chide him about the bagginess of his clothing.
Yes.
And he said to her the reason he wore it was he was more comfortable. He was on dialysis because he was, his kidneys had failed. And she said, well, I've got two. Want one of mine?
Wow.
She really meant it.
What a nice person.
Yeah.
Is his father banging her? I mean, what's the connection here? You just don't start giving away your kidneys.
Just a teacher.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
None of my teachers like me.
I find that amazing.
All right, so you...
The Senate campaign here in New York is said to be shaping up to be one of the most expensive ever mounted. Rudy Giuliani has collected $19 million in campaign funds so far to Hillary's $12 million. But Hillary has the higher profile celeb list.
Ask me why I'm wearing baggy pants.
Why?
To hide my erection.
Oh, I see. Hillary has gotten Hollywood money for her campaign. Chevy Chase contributed $1,000. Director Ron Howard, $1,000. Actor Michael Douglas, $1,000.
All these guys don't realize that Mayor Giuliani has made New York a great place to live.
They don't live here. James Garner, $2,000.
Chevy Chase lives in the suburbs. Doesn't he realize why it's safe to now come into the city?
Yeah, he likes coming into the city, so he wants to elect Hillary.
And by the way, where'd Chevy Chase get $1,000?
And Sally Fields gave $250.
Oh, man, what a cheapo. Like, give the $1,000. Give the legal limit.
She also picked up $1,000 from Roger Clinton and his wife.
Oh,
Writer Dominic Dunn gave $1,000. Don Henley gave $1,000. And Warren Buffett gave $2,000.
Well, I would like to give $1,000 to Rudy Giuliani.
Well, I was going to say, Rudy needs some help. His list is not very glamorous.
Wow.
He got $1,000 from Brooke Astor.
Hey, the girl who, Robin, I have to interrupt this.
Uh-oh.
The girl who wants to date me sent us more pictures.
Okay.
And you're ready in the room. Let's take a look.
Stop the press.
Let's see what it's doing. Hey, who's that guy on my girlfriend?
Wait a minute. There might be something going on here.
Not bad.
What year she said?
What other pictures? Got more?
She said this was last summer.
Any more? That's it? What do you think there, Case?
Wait.
They forgot that one.
Something wrong.
Go back to the other one.
Something really wrong there.
Go back to the other one.
People don't know why we're carrying on like that.
I know. They took the girl's head and put it on that guy who cut off his balls.
The guy who called in really threw you up. Maybe that guy was...
Jackie, what do you think of that broad?
I think the one in that picture is great. That doesn't describe the girl that guy described that called in.
What did he say?
No, the guy that called in and said he worked
quiet,
in the building.
Jackie, and answer the question. She looks good in the picture.
Yeah, she looks hot. What is he saying, though?
I'm saying that the guy that called in...
He's referring to something that means nothing. A guy called in while we were talking to the girl and started screaming that she wasn't really pretty.
It threw us all off. Don't lie.
Didn't throw me off at all. I forgot about it, quite frankly.
You wait till she walks in.
If you look,
retard.
If you look, she's got nice legs.
Look at
that. Flat stomach.
Yeah,
and those things look like they poke your eyes out. They're so perky.
And who's that guy handling it?
He's a douche.
He looks like you.
He looks like me. Shut up.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah, she's good.
You ought to meet her.
Yeah. Now, where do we meet? Let's date.
Get her back on the phone.
She's got to come in.
If she really wants to date you, she'll come in here, Howard.
Right.
Tell her you really like her. You got to meet her.
Yeah. But I'm embarrassed to meet her anywhere but here.
Right.
I need you to look at her.
We all have to pass judgment.
You sure that's from last year?
I hope. And if it's not, you're in trouble.
I got a feeling that guy is her co-joined twin, and he comes with her.
That's right. She's attached.
Looks like he's plugged in.
Why would she send you a picture with a guy in it?
I don't know. That's a turnoff. I'd like to think she's a virgin. Here's Vinny Pavali, the vice president of late-night programming at CBS Television. Vinny.
I want to audition for the Backstreet Boys.
So call them.
No, yours. The Backside Boys.
Oh, Backside Boys. Why?
The fifth Backside Boy.
Get out of here.
Come on. I got the moves.
Who needs you?
I can do it. Come on.
Look at this guy.
Why does he want to be naked on stage?
Oh, you're going to be naked?
Yes.
You're going to be in a thong.
Oh, wait, forget it.
If you're in it, you're naked.
What is it?
On the bright side, with Vinny up there, we'd look a lot better.
Vinny. Well, Vinny, he could be one of the dancers.
Yeah.
He could be in the KY out.
Yeah. Maybe we'll tie you up and golden shower you on stage. We're going to be doing a bunch of gay things.
Forget I called.
Goodbye.
Sounded like fun at the
Lose my number.
You're not going to get the girl on the phone?
All right, I'll get her on. We'll turn Vinny into a human toilet.
Yeah, he's the guy you're doing all the stuff to.
Of course.
Where's my broad? I mean girl.
Marie.
Where's Marie? No, I don't mean it.
The picture they keep showing you.
We're making a call now.
Yeah. I got a feeling Jackie's right in that convoluted Jackie speak of his.
About what?
I don't know.
You know exactly what I was saying.
He didn't know anything
I really
you
didn't.
were saying.
When Robin interprets you, I understand.
Yeah, we're completely lost with you.
I still got you out there on the stage in a mermaid outfit.
Yeah, right. As long as you're naked.
Oh, he doesn't care.
I'll go ask him.
Oh, yeah.
You're not threatening him.
You're chasing KC around.
Both of them puking out there.
Come here, big boy.
Chase her around.
Well, while we're waiting for your girlfriend.
That girl in that picture is not walking into the studio.
Why not?
It just ain't happening.
I think he's right.
Well, where's she getting these pictures?
I don't know.
You think there's somebody else?
Who do you think she's hot, though, Jackie?
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out how she
yeah.
pasted in a recent-looking boat.
Or whose head is that?
Yeah. She actually looks better in this picture than the other one.
Right.
Because she's wearing.
But she said she works out all the time.
Pretty good to me, man.
Yeah.
That chick's no pig.
Yeah, you'd like some of that, right?
You know what you do, huh?
Sure, man.
Get her on the phone and ask to speak to this guy.
Oh, please.
That's stupid.
Well, let her come down here.
Her with him in the Hamptons.
I say she's missing an arm or something.
Oh, yeah.
What, you think?
That's a prosthetic.
And Casey, nice legs. You can see 1 inch of her thigh.
She has a glass eye, okay?
There's something going on.
She could have a big ass.
What?
I don't think so.
No, because the pants, I mean, they're kind of ballooning out at the bottom.
No.
And he's standing
She's
right
got very thin legs.
Well, let's continue the news until we get a hold of it.
All right. Rudy's list includes Brooke Astor, the philanthropist.
Yeah.
And the CEO of some company, Continental Airlines.
My dad was saying he wanted to send money to Rudy.
Yeah, but Rudy doesn't have any stars.
So let's do it. What we believe in him. Let's send some money.
Absolutely. We got to get on the list. I don't know if that makes it any better, though, if we're on the list. Elian Gonzalez is still in the country. They're waiting for some federal court to make some kind of a determination as to who actually he belongs to. Meanwhile, there's a New York pediatrician who's saying that federal officials should seize this child immediately. He's being abused in that family.
Of course.
What's going on there, he said the Miami relatives are horrendously exploiting this child. He is now in a state of imminent danger to his physical and emotional well-being in that home.
Absolutely.
This doctor. And somebody should go and rescue him. He considers the tape made of him saying he didn't want to go back to Cuba a hostage tape.
They should airlift the whole house and take him all to Cuba.
They say if this wasn't such a politically charged situation, he would have been grabbed from that family long ago.
Grabbed in the family, be thrown in jail for kidnapping. Can't take somebody's kid like that. I don't care what the situation is.
In France, they're acknowledging that they stole $1.3 billion in assets from the Jews during World War II.
Yeah, I told you they were rich, those Jews. Oh. Where'd they get $1.3 billion?
But they say that most of the money and property was returned to survivors or their heirs. However, there were very few of those.
I told you.
A special government commission issued a 300-page report outlining the collaborationist Vichy regime's systematic looting of Jewish property, from bank accounts and insurance policies to artwork and piano.
I told you those French are cowards, and I told you that the French went way too easily along with the Nazis during World War II.
Every Jew in France was affected, from the poorest tailor to the richest collector. About 76,000 Jews, including 12,000 children, about a quarter of the Jews living in France, were deported from France to Nazi death camps between 1941 and 44. Only 2,500 survived.
Where's another picture of that girl?
The Nazis...
Howard, I don't think I'm going to be able to get her on the phone.
Oh, my God.
She disappeared.
Well, she barely wanted to come on the first time. Now, she was on for a second, she hung up, and now she's, like, in meetings.
Oh, meetings. Oh.
I guess she's like the president of some major company or something.
Yeah. Some president. The president of Cuba. She's probably with the Jews.
The Nazis emptied some 30,000 Jewish apartments, shipping the contents to Germany.
Right.
That's what they did during the war.
I told you they were busy doing something.
They also seized valuable artwork owned by Jewish dealers and collectors in a plan established long before the 1940 invasion.
The French are creeps. I told you this. The French...
So even before there was an invasion, they were planning to rip off the Jews.
Yeah. The French went along with the Nazis better than anybody. The Eiffel Tower is made out of...
formality. Make it look like you're taking us.
The Eiffel Tower is made out of Jewish bones.
Oh, my goodness. How dare they? How dare they pin up their noses at anybody?
More pictures.
It only has that one. Greta Garbo.
Yes.
Does anybody care whether this woman was a lesbian or not? Everybody,
I do.
After they die, is turned into a gay person. Have you noticed?
I know. They were trying to put out an article yesterday saying that the guy who was married to Elizabeth Taylor, his name was Richard Burton, trying to say he was a homosexual.
He was trying to get into Eddie Fisher's pants.
I don't believe it.
Through Liz.
I don't believe it.
Well, you know, they say they were all waiting for these letters. Some woman who was a friend of Greta Garbo's had some personal letters from Garbo. And she said nobody could look at them until each of them was dead for 10 years.
I don't even know who Greta Garbo is. I don't know what she cares about.
She was supposed to be some beauty, blah, blah, blah. And she lived here for 1,000,000 years and wouldn't let anybody take her picture. That was a big deal. So anyway, now Garbo's been dead 10 years. They released the letters, and everybody's saying, it was a bust. It doesn't indicate any lesbian affair at all. Well, I mean, everybody's going to be gay. All right, we're all gay once we die.
Hey.
I told you about this Army colonel who was running the military's anti-drug operation in Colombia. His wife was meanwhile running drugs from the house under his nose.
They should dig up Greta Garbo and smell her tongue.
Oh. Well, now he's got to go to jail because his wife was a drug runner. Because he concealed knowledge that his wife was laundering drug money while they lived in Bogota. James Hyatt, 48, faces up to 3 years in prison and a $250,000 fine when he is sentenced June 23rd. Hyatt said that in 1999, his wife Lori traveled from Bogota to New York twice and returned with more than $25,000 in cash. He used some of the money to pay personal bills and kept the rest. Later, he told Army investigators that his wife had been running drugs to New York, but he never told authorities about the cash, and that's why he's got to go to jail.
Hey now.
And the New York State Senate has also unanimously approved a bill that would require tobacco manufacturers to sell only self-extinguishing cigarettes.
Hey now.
So now that bill is on the way to Governor Pataki's desk to await his signature.
Did you ever hear this song? I believe this is a very good song. Blink 182. Did you know it's about suicide?
I do now.
Anybody having deja vu? A self-extinguishing cigarette.
Yeah. So if you let it sit for too long, it goes out.
I agree with that.
Puff on this thing constantly to keep it going.
I agree with this.
Yeah, but you know, give me a break.
Yes.
Let them burn themselves up.
No.
We're taking away all the freedoms in this country. You can't even burn yourself up anymore.
No. No.
Jesus.
We're going to be performing this summer.
Everybody was so excited about the stock market bouncing back yesterday.
I'm going to wear my Joke Man t-shirt.
They say that the bargain hunters finally arrived to save the day. President Clinton was speaking to the Navajo Nation yesterday. Clinton was cheered as he addressed the Navajos in New Mexico yesterday evening because he promised to help them get online. He gave them words of encouragement. Here it is.
He's going to put the Indians online?
Number 2.
Why they got to be online?
We are now all part of the same American family.
Tonto.com.
And it is time we acted like we're all related.
Yeah. We are all brothers. We are all brothers.
Oh. So the Indians will be online. Thank you. Thank you very much. The MTV...
I want a squaw. MTV movie?
the MTV Movie Awards. You know they do.
Oh, I know that.
Movie Awards.
I think give me an award.
Their
Lifetime achievement.
2000 nomination list.
Oh! I'd like to touch your feathers, Red Girl.
Has been announced. You're cute. They will air, and the awards will be presented on June 8th at 9 o'clock on MTV, of course. The Matrix was nominated for Best Movie, Best Action Sequence, and a few other things.
Touch my totem pole.
Here is Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss, two of the stars, about the fight scenes of Matrix #3.
Hey, dude.
As we got better, the fights got a little more sophisticated.
Cool.
More different moves.
Yeah. That was a great movie. Seen it 10 times. My dad wanted to see The Matrix. Started watching it with my mom the other night.
Oh, no.
And she got all upset. Goes, what is that? Your father put on this Matrix. So I said, Ma, I've seen the movie 10 times. It's fat. My father goes, I liked it because... Explain something to me, though. At the end, they were living outside the Matrix, right? I go, yeah, of course.
What?
I don't know. He had a problem with the end. I'm going to get it. Once they're outside of the Matrix, well, the Earth was, what did it look like?
Oh, dear.
My mother's like, who cares? Who cares about the Matrix? Stupid.
That is so funny.
Horrible. Your father puts on these movies.
She can't understand.
And my father's all proud. He goes, I watched the ending anyway without her. I go, wow, way to go. Way to be independent.
He snuck away and watched the ending.
Yeah, I saw it anyway. Oh, you're a rebel.
Jodie Foster is directing once again.
I said, hey, Dad, you need to be outside the Matrix with Mom inside the Matrix.
You're living.
You're absolutely right, son.
Aren't you dreaming?
This Matrix.
Jodie Foster is a director and an actress, and she's currently directing Claire Danes in something called Flora Plum. E-television and radio caught up with her the other day to talk to her, and they asked her, what has changed in the way she does business since she became a mom?
It's really much more my approach to my career that's changed. Because my focus is on him. And I couldn't have my focus change if I wanted to.
That kid's lucky.
Doesn't matter what I do, I'm always thinking about him. And is he okay? And is he eating? And is he sleeping? Is he, thinking of me?
I cover my balls in the shower.
I really don't want to work unless I really have to. Or unless I really care.
Have to? Why does she have to work? She's got more money than God.
Please.
Yeah, exactly, LGB.
And on set, she's known as being a perfectionist. What does she do to try not to be so hard on herself?
Having a child's really changed that. I'm not.
No, everything. I have 3 kids. Nothing's changed.
But you're not a woman.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I got balls.
I'm not sure about her either.
As much of a perfectionist as I ever was before. I think you sort of embrace the chaos when you have a kid and you realize, you can't change things.
Oh, yeah. Everything's changed. This is why people have children. They really don't even want them. They hear all these magical things and celebrities say, oh, everything changed when I had a kid and everything changed.
It's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Having a kid.
Then you have a kid and you're waiting to change. Nothing changes. Crying out loud.
As it really is.
Oh.
James Belushi is in the new movie. What is he in?
He is in the
Return to Me.
I like the movie.
The David Duchovny film.
I think that's a good movie. I love it.
How did your character wind up being such a horn dog?
Ooh.
James Belushi.
What number?
Number 8.
Number 8? How would he know? He didn't write it.
I said, Barney, these characters have 5 kids. They must really love to have sex. So I'm going to choose making...
So Belushi figured all that. Okay.
I love it. The guys always figure out something.
Right.
Lisa Bonet. Haven't heard from her in a long time.
She's a doll. Now, that's a good-looking woman.
Originally of The Cosby Show and then A Different World. She is now in a new movie called High Fidelity.
She's still good-looking. I saw the movie.
And here she talks about her time away from the business to raise her daughter.
Was that what she was doing?
Number 9.
I admire that.
Actually, there wasn't a lot.
Still sounds like a baby. I like that, too.
Of things that were more important than just being present. And
being president.
And for myself, just really kind of diving in deep. And after a
Spread them open, baby. Let's go.
Focusing on my career, just taking a look at what was important to me.
I'd go everywhere she'd let me lube her.
Wasn't.
If I could lube it, I would go there.
Lube it, use it.
Lube it, then use it.
If you lube lube it, never mind.
If you lube it, they will. But she needed time off from the movie business?
Right, to get to what was really important.
She needed time off to pick a good nanny for the kid.
People in the movie business aren't really that smart. It takes them a long time to figure what's important.
Yeah, how much time off do you need? You need all that time off.
Jenny Garth, who is she?
Yeah. Jenny Garth is from Beverly Hills 90210. She's the blonde.
What you're absolutely right.
Of course, I know that.
And you know that show is finishing up. They are